Happy Monday. All right, y'all. Remember that I'm on my old laptop. My MacBook is acting weird. All right. So it kind of freezes. The good thing is I have loaded Dropbox and the videos that I need already up. Okay. Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. Really quick, I feel the need to state really quickly, Happy Monday. I feel the need to state something really quickly. All right. Gabby, you dumb fuck. All right. Snug isn't doing anything illegal. All right. What's up, Riley? I hope you're doing well. All right. You're stupid as fuck. All right. To not understand that sometimes we have proof of the things that we say. Right. You just go live and lie. That's the problem that people have with you. And it is a typical abuser response, by the way. The way that you acted this morning was a typical abuser response to get up on here and threaten somebody without a fucking stitch of proof. All right? People can stream anybody. Are you listening to Liarboss? Because that will get you nowhere real quick. Real quick, all right? You're just mad because, hi, Supermom Nana. In that mind of yours, what's up, Spada, Alicia, Cindy Lou, Chris? All right. In that mind of yours, you think that we make money off you. No, the fuck we don't. No, we don't. It is our commentary that people support us for. Okay? Do you understand that? You could think that you have content all you want over there. You don't. What is your content? What's up, Squish? I hope you're doing well. People watch us for us, not necessarily you. All right. What's up, Joni? All right. For the love of God, can people that don't hold themselves accountable stop attempting to hold other people accountable? Until y'all hold yourselves accountable, you have absolutely no business calling anybody else out. All right. Right. Dirty fingernails, Brenda. You're absolutely right. All right. Now, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. Gabby, I thought that it was important for you to understand that there are things that are not protected with free speech. Do you want to know what they are? Threatening, lying about people. What is protected with free speech is the fucking truth, bitch. The truth is protected speech. Opinion is protected speech. But when you get up on here and lie about people because you're pissed off because they have successful platforms, that's a you problem. That is a you problem. I am here to tell you, you are 100% wrong. Okay? Snug is not TikTok TMZ, dummy. All right? Hi, y'all. I just wanted, yes, Kimberly, disgusting. I just wanted to go off on that little rant, all right? But we are here because Liarboss, that's the individual on my screen, all right? And Kelly love to attempt to rewrite history, all right? They love to rewrite history as if thousands of people did not watch this, all right? For the replay, I will link my history rewrite with Liarboss just for full context, because we're fans of context over here. All right. I am a huge fan of context, timelines, receipts. Y'all. Oh yeah, she looks worse than that. Actually, that's what the filter. Hi. I'm sorry. I just get distracted and I can't see comments on my laptop, so I have another device next to me. All right. So, with that being said, we are going back to January of 2025. All right. In January of 2025, I'll also link Boss Liar's playlist and Kelly's playlist just for full context. Okay. I was being tagged incessantly. All right, now, let me go back further. Okay. Liarboss, the individual in this photo. Okay. She came on the internet and was lying and inflating everything about her life, right? So I know that people that don't necessarily do what I do don't understand how it goes in my shoes. All right. So when you're in my shoes, typically things don't come to me until it's already a problem. Right. Meaning there is a creator that is doing things repeatedly. This is not a one-time thing. All right. It is a repeated thing that they have refused to take accountability for. Somebody slides into my DMs, all right, and I start getting some research done. All right. Liarboss was lying about an internet crackhead, Lisa Richard. She was lying about talking to her. All right. She was lying about her profession, inflating just about every fucking thing that could be inflated. Why? I don't know. She didn't know that the internet was forever, I guess, So she starts being called out, right? Liarboss, you forgot you doxed Raggedy's full name, location, right? You called me the OD queen, but you were here for recovery, right? What's up, Stewie? Also, really quickly, I want it to be absolutely known I do not support either one of these hosts, okay? I do not condone, support. They're both fucking liars. Yep, the fake funeral. Yep. Okay, they're both fucking liars. I believe the problem that they had with each other was that they are quite literally the same person. All right. So I start dealing with Liarboss, and originally I said, listen, just tell her Psycho Bunny is the one who messaged her, because at the time, what's up, Veda? At the time, Liarboss was speaking highly of Psycho Bunny, right? I generally try to give people the opportunity to correct whatever the issue is before I really get started, right? What's up, Bridget? All right. Yeah, she's a liar. Psycho Bunny went to her and she said, hey, because Liarboss was live saying I was digging on her kids. I threatened her kids, all kinds of crazy shit. Okay. Psycho Bunny hops in Liarboss's box and says, hey, that's not true. Okay. All I wanted her to do was correct it. That's it. That's all I wanted her to do. She couldn't do it. Liarboss, yeah, I know that's right. Liarboss refuses to take accountability for fucking anything. All right. Mama. All right. So then she starts doxing people. All right. If there is anything bad that people on the internet would destroy a platform, Liarboss did it. All right. Mid-January, early February, I start being tagged incessantly in videos about Liarboss. The person that was tagging me incessantly was WTF. Kelly Tucker, the lying thief. Okay. She was tagging me in the videos. I was reposting them. I built that bitch's platform. Okay. But at the time, I was very busy. I was getting ready to move back to Florida, right? I was selling my mother's house. Like, I had a lot of things to do. Hi, Sam. So I was focused on that. I wasn't necessarily around a lot. What's up, Becca? Yeah, yes. All right. So my Kelly they're going back and forth for fucking months. Okay. I know, Aussie Amy, and I didn't know that at the time, but I'm going in order here. All right. So Liarboss becomes fixated on Kelly Tucker. All right. Kelly Tucker becomes fixated on Liarboss. All right. We're going to get there. They start going back and forth. It was exhausting. You're absolutely right. Okay. Kelly tells me, I told Kelly, she says her kids were doxxed. All right. I know JJ recently. JJ, if you could get me the link of that video, I'll throw that in the description when I end too. All of my text messages was trying to support Kelly at that point in time with what I believed was a stalking situation. All right. We were not friends. I tried to help her, steer her through the legalities of what was happening. Okay. Thank you. Sorry, I just got distracted. All right. They keep going back and forth. Correct. I was actually, it was actually, I was dropping the last Victoria episode actually, and then taking a break, remember? And when I did that, Kelly made a GoFundMe. All right. Now, Kelly had been filing police reports, but what she isn't telling people is that she was lying on those police reports. She was. All right. She got text messages, threatening text messages in January. All right. That I believe were tied to her being a hooker. All right. And she filed a police report. She all of a sudden knew who was sending these messages, and it was Liarboss. All right. I have never seen Kelly's address be posted except for herself. All right. I have never seen her children doxxed. Okay. And now both of these people think that they're going to rewrite history. All right. So Kelly continues filing these false reports. All right. Sending them to everybody to support her. Snarks, you here? I know Snarks wasn't feeling good. All right. I moved to Florida. Well, I was getting ready to move to Florida, and she launches a $20,000 GoFundMe. All right. I knew, yeah, we're going to get there. How you doing? I knew that if I took a public stance against that GoFundMe, she was fucked. I knew it. Okay. But I was on a break. She dropped my name every fucking day. I don't know why those people believe a word she says. I personally think it's embarrassing for Psycho Bunny to even sit over there. All right. Because she knows, Naps knows, Chrissy knows, and all three of them are allowing this thieving Hooka to come back and rewrite history as if she didn't fucking steal from people last year. Yes, praise for Lindsay's mom. What's up, Miss Roxy? Okay. So Kelly files for a warrant application to get to a hearing because all of this shit was going on, right? Meanwhile, the Hooka wasn't stopping posting. Well, that's changed too, though, Anita, and we're going to go through that. I'm just trying to give y'all a synopsis. I'm going to get to the proof in a minute because every single thing that she has previously said about that case, she debunks it herself. All right. So I'm on a break. Psycho Bunny gets her in a box because Psycho Bunny had a real problem with the $20,000 GoFundMe. Kelly's first response was, Villain just raised $10K. First and foremost, you're not me, Kelly. You're not me. And I wasn't raising money for myself. You were. And what she doesn't understand, and you'll see it, I'm going to play it. When she's in Psycho Bunny's box, every fucking thing that she was saying wasn't making sense. What she didn't know at the time is that I was texting Naps, Chrissy, and Psycho Bunny questions to ask her. Okay. She goes to that hearing and doesn't have a fucking attorney with her. All right. Correct. We're going to get to that too. I moved a bunch of files over from Dropbox. So we're going to get there. Okay. So Kelly sends me one of the last conversations that I had with her. Hi, Motorcycle. She sends me the no contact order that she had received. Meanwhile, Liarboss is calling the court allegedly. All right. She is saying there is no cases. Kelly's lying. And that wasn't true. There was 100% a hearing. All right. I know. And I didn't know about the dog either. Kelly does a fundraiser, two, I believe, on two separate dates, raising money for the cat, Villain's mother, the stray, allegedly, right? That happens. I start getting phone calls, about Kelly getting money from serious money, all right, from people on the back end. Yep, I'm going to play it, all right? Somebody tells me, Villain, I was on the phone and she nodded out with a needle in her arm. All right. And I'm like, I dismiss it. Right. One of the things that I fucking hate the most. All right. Is having to take accountability for something somebody else did. All right. So now all this is going on. She's saying that there were new ads. I will say that. Okay. I'm telling her how to get those ads down. Naps, you're letting her lie about you? You're the one that gave me the Homeland Security contact that she says was never given to her. I already proved that. It's in her playlist, right? So that happens, okay? That was my first red flag when it came to Kelly Tucker, all right? When she didn't contact that Homeland Security contact, all right, let me tell you why. Because if you're truly being stalked to the degree that she was alleging she was being stalked in, you would do fucking anything. All right. Now, I will say this. I don't agree with her nudes being green screened. Even if they were publicly available, I don't agree with it. And posted on, I'm never going to agree with that. All right. But what it did is created this window. Right. Oh, it's definitely Hellcat. She lied. We're also going to go through her receipts. We're going to go through it all, right? So at the end of the beginning of June, okay, I say, listen, the texts with Brian were released. The phone calls with Brian were released. And I didn't watch them at the time, okay? So I'm talking to my mods, like, you know, and I'm like asking them questions. And I was like, no, she's got to post receipts. She raised about $2,300 on the GoFundMe. All right. That does not include money that she got for the cat, money that she got privately because she was supposed to adjust the gold that she never adjusted. All right. Those people were my people. All right. Those were my friends that you fucking stole from. That only fucking supported you because they thought that we were besties because that's what you led people to believe. All right. You wanted people to believe that you continued to drop my name. Oh, Villain knows this. Villain knows that 6 times a fucking day. That is the only reason you got where you got. All right. Right. Had her kid calling me anti-villain. Never spoke to the kid ever. Your kid shouldn't even know I exist. All right. So after the calls with Brian get released, I text her and I said, hey, listen, you really need to send receipts or post receipts for that money. Okay. What's up, Tux? I hope you're doing all right. All right. You really need to post receipts for that money. And she ignored me. For the first time ever, she ignored me. So I started doing some digging, right? Now, I want you to understand that she also, by the way, Kelly, you got no business talking about Liarboss's record. Liarboss does have a record, and it is extensive, but so is yours, bitch. All right? At least Liarboss's whole record is not stealing from people. Yours is. Okay? So stop it. You two are legitimately the same people. Liarboss just doesn't suck dick. That's it. That's quite literally. Hi, Sailing Nuts. Right. Exactly. Morticia, they're the same people. Literally. The same people. They are both. I firmly believe that is the problem with suppers that they had. Okay. Is that they are quite literally the same people. But for either one of y'all to be talking about the other's record is wild behavior. Both of y'all have extensive records. Both of y'all have 1 million evictions. And I told you, Liarboss, I don't care if you're lying about an internet crackhead. I don't care. It is the lie that shouldn't be done. Nobody should be lied about. Nobody. Kelly, you still say that you got a restraining order against them. That is not what happened. You were issued a no contact order. Okay. You posted it, right, Naps? Right? Because you're the one that told me she posted it. Margaret, why did she post this? And at that point, I had already, what's up, y'all, started getting like something's off here. You understand? All right. I agree, Anya. And it's never going to happen because they're both trash. All right. So you get a no contact in the order, right? With the court date. Happy Monday. And you immediately posted it to your YouTube. I bet you thought that I didn't have those posts, huh? That's it. It was a no contact order. All right. It was 100% a no contact order. 100%. All right. What's up, Cali girl? I wanted to give y'all, exactly. Erica. I wanted to give y'all a little bit of a diagram, if you will, where we're going here. All right. So we're going to start with Kelly's original videos where she is tagging me. I agree, Riley. And that's what I was so pissed off about, is because I was supporting the criminal stuff. All right. At this point in time, I no longer believe any of it. None of it. And the way she wants to talk about the statement that I wrote for Fruit Cocktail, I wrote that as an amends to her. What's up, OG? I hope you're doing well. Okay. What's up, Jerry? So you look dumb. That wasn't a letter in support of Liarboss. That was a letter saying I no longer believed the things that I believed to be true. Because, Kelly, you forget, I was so credible to speak to your caseworker for CPS, right? Yeah, you forgot that? It's weird. All right. So let's go to Dropbox. Thank you, Christy. And it always blows my mind when people try to rewrite history as if all of us did not watch this in real time. Everybody watched this. Hi, Christine. All right. So remember, when I switch, what's up, Katibo? I'm going to switch. So it's going to freeze for a second, but I'll be right back. All right. So just give me a second. Let's go here. Dropbox first. I know notifications has been really fucking wild. All right. Then, so I'm here to tell you, nobody doxed Kelly's kids. Nobody placed a fucking trail cam in front of her house. A means for her to steal from people. Full stop. All right. Full stop. I had to close my boxes because every single fucking time she hopped in my box, she derailed my conversation. All right. And Kelly, I want the audio to the man at your house. Could we do that? Could we get that? Because it's super fucking weird to me how you have audio for the other stuff you sent me. You know, super strange. Why would only that video not have audio? I'm just wondering. All right. So we're going to start. I know she did. We're going to start with this. Okay. Bear with me, all. I know. Because it was all to steal from people. She has been a thief her entire life, y'all. Her entire life, she has stolen from people. Always. She has stolen, and now she wants to get back on this fucking kick about the missing persons organization. You fucking stole from that organization too. Who the fuck steals from a family that is looking for their missing daughter, sister, mother, whoever? You did. All right, hold on a sec. Oop, I put closed caption on instead. Right, you're right. You're absolutely right. I don't know what's going on here. Bear with me a second, y'all. It's always been stealing from people. Also, I want to make this clear as well. I support sex workers. All right. I support changed behavior. I don't support people that continue to steal from people and point the fucking finger at everybody else. I'm never going to support that. And I told you that more than once. I said, you could get on this app, stop blaming everybody else for your fucking actions, and I would have fucking nothing to say. You chose this path. You chose it. Nobody did it for you. Okay?
Hey, Anna Hamburglar. It's me again. See how crazy I just look? Imagine how you look, boo, on a daily basis. All right, so I'm back for part 2 with the False Ladies list of lies. And we're talking about Boss Lady XOXO or Boss Lady 2.0. But I'm going to call her Anna Hamburglar or False Lady. And that is what I will refer to her as from now on. So part 1, we left off at she was so rich. Girl, I need to know how much they paid at all the pizza joints, including Pizza Hut. I might need to change occupations.
This is so crazy watching now. Okay. So crazy. Did Liarboss lie about these things? Yes, but Kelly was also lying at this point in time. She's still an active addict. All right.
Number 24, you have no time. Girl, all these things you do, all these jobs you have, I bet you don't, but yet you have time to get online and get on live for hours at a time and talk shit about people you don't know and never heard of and have no idea what they look like. Love that for you. Number 25, you donate to all types of charities and do charity work. Really? You donate to charities, baby.
You steal from charities, Kelly. You stole from that missing persons organization. There are locals that hang out around here now. I keep telling you that, but you don't hear me.
Still owe your former landlord along with court costs.
Bro, what? You have 27 evictions. You can't be fucking serious. I don't know that you're the one that should be talking about people owing. You got evicted 3 times last year. Same, or CME.
You've been evicted, what, 2-3 times? And they
Girl, you were evicted 3 times last year. Last year. Fuck.
Attempted to garnish your wages, but you lied to them about where you were. So I'm really curious to know how much.
Also, I want to make this really clear, JJ, if she's still in the chat, anybody that has seen my text messages with Kelly, when she contacted Liarboss's job, right, I said, When she contacted CPS on Nicole, I said, what did you do that for? And Nicole and I were fucking mortal enemies at that point in time. It is in our text messages where I was like, wait, why are you doing that? And your answer for doing that is because she was doxing your house, your kids, putting your family in safety, sending men to your home, all of which was false, by the way. So you did all that based on false information, lies that you fucking made up. Gross.
How much money you donate to all these charities? Because you seem to just do it all. Don't you? Got it all going on, Anna Hamburglar. All right, so that leads us to number 26. This is a good one. All right, so last week, Anna Hamburglar, you said only support local businesses, and then literally in the same breath, in the very next sentence, you said, you guys, the Starbucks I go to has been out of oat milk for the last week. I don't know why I just don't go buy any. I hate that. Don't you hate that when they run out of something you love?
Yeah.
Baby, I got news for you. Starbucks isn't a locally owned business. It's pretty big. I don't know if you know that, but it is. All right, so number 27. You've been to prison multiple times. No, baby, you went to county jail for.
Well, Pebbles, I appreciate you. I appreciate people that are members. Oh, shit. Hold on. Sorry. I got a text message I had to answer. Pebbles, and there's a lot of people that tried to tell me, okay? And when we get to the GoFundMe, we're going to talk a little bit more about Nicole because she attempted to put Nicole's name, Lisa's neighbor, all right? For what reason? I don't know. I don't know why that was a thing, but here we are, you know?
For 11 months and in some sort of boot camp, which if I'm correct in what I read on your background, they terminated you from that program. But I could be wrong because it wasn't very clear. But I do believe.
Where'd you get that background, Kelly? I'm just wondering. Where'd you get it from?
That is what that meant. All right, so that was number 27. We're at number 28. That your MAT doctor that prescribed you the subs regularly asks you to come and speak to other patients. Now, listen to me, Anna Hamburglar. This is where HIPAA comes in. Now, that would be a HIPAA violation unless you are attending the same meeting as them. And when I say meeting, I mean as an NA or AA. But typically, the doctors who do the prescribing do not run the AA or NA meeting.
So this is actually wrong. All right. There are plenty of MAT programs that do meetings. That I don't know why she said that, but that's wrong. They're like MAT, sometimes MAT clinics will have mandatory meetings that you have, like people go and speak in detoxes all the time. Hospitals, detoxes, jails. You've been there, wouldn't you know?
All right, so number 29, you never mentioned karma or as child loss being a part of said karma. You absolutely did. You said it out of your own mouth, with your whole chest, 10 toes down, you said it. Maybe you should pay Nookie's YT a visit so you can listen to all the bullshit that she has spewed and all the lies that you have told, not only on you.
She 100% did say that. She Liarboss, I'm talking about, she said something about child loss being karma. She did.
On your kids, most likely, because I think we both know if your son is young, that he did not hit a baseball over the fence. So not only are you lying on you and other people, you're also lying on your children. All right, so then we're going to go to 30. And I touched on this. You run a very lucrative business. Baby, you're a shift lead at the Pizza Hut. And while, yes, for...
Kelly, what were you doing at this point in time? Working for a construction company, right? That's what you alleged anyway. But that's not what you were doing.
The owner of the corporation, Pizza Hut, yes, honey, it's absolutely illegal to business. But for you, baby, it is not. You, at best, as a shift lead, probably make $12 an hour, I'd say. All right, and that leads us to 31. You also said, Anna Hamburglar, that your name was not Anna. Even though originally, before you started lying on everybody, your TikTok name was Boss Lady Anna. But yeah, you don't know who Anna is. I don't know. Can't figure it out. All right, then we go to 32, everyone's favorite and probably the funniest one that you talk to Lisa every day. Lisa says you're a liar. She's never talked to you. And then you scrambled to make up some emails. So you reached out to her via email, to which she asked you why you were lying on her, I believe, and told you that if you have a picture of her house to please send it. And then told you that you wouldn't. And guess what? She was right, because you'll never provide proof or receipts of anything you say. So now we're going to be at 33. You filed charges on everyone and we're all being extradited to Ohio. Well, Anna Hamburglar, I'm waiting. I'll be right here. I live in Southwest Georgia. I'll be right here with nails on, waiting for the federales or the feds or whoever you call to come and pick us up, because
at this point in time, it was a really big joke because, yeah, right, sailing notes. At this point in time, it was a joke because Liarboss said we were being extradited. All right. Shannon.
Nobody coming, bitch. And then we got 34, that you are very, very educated and we are all uneducated idiots. Well, Anna Hamburglar, I got news for you. I have quite a few degrees myself. 3 of them are in the medical field and 1 of them is not. But I don't even work in any of those.
So why don't you use those instead of selling your ass on the fucking internet? I'm just wondering.
Those. I locate missing people. And I founded that organization right by my lonesome March 1st of 2020 after.
And then you stole money from them. Anybody could go onto Facebook and put Kelly Tucker missing in Southwest Georgia and read the people talking about her taking money from that organization. Do you understand that even if you did this stuff with good intentions, the fact that you stole like that from those people takes it all away. Takes it all away.
A local mom from my area went missing, and the police would not look for her because she had a history of addiction and a history of So they didn't care, did not care one bit, mainly because she was an addict. All right, so now we are at 35, and this one's fun too. You were hating on Shadow and the foundation that took in Shadow because of the amount of money that they raised. But yet you say you love animals. Well, again,
so that is true. At the time, Liarboss was pissed off that when Shadow and Stephanie rescued Shadow, they did raise a bunch of money, but that money was to save other animals. All right. But at this point in time, all right, I had no idea. All right, that Kelly had told OG to hold a dog for her and then just ghosted her. I had no idea about that until Psycho Bunny, it came up in Psycho Bunny's live.
Anna Hamburglar, the lie detector test came back that was a lie. And I have it from my 3 cats and my golden doodle that you're a liar. They don't like you and you don't like them. So I believe what my 3 cats and my golden doodle say over what you say any day of the week. 36.
So 3 cats. Was that including Rooftop Rosie that you collected money for? That you took money, continued to say that if it was your personal animal, you could understand paying for it, but it's just a stray, right? That's weird.
Did you taught a craft?
Ironically, the same stray that currently lives in the, remember 3 evictions last year, lives with her in the new house, and there's more kittens. Crazy, huh?
Class at Michael's and or Joanne's, I'm not really sure. But then as KB covered on her video that you can only crochet a granny square. So yeah, you didn't do that either, Anna. That never happened. Then we got 37. You got all these people, hundreds of people in your TikTok inbox. You got your phones blowing up all day with support. Again,
maybe we should do this with Kelly. I know, Spada.
Lie detector test says.
Also, speaking of the cat fundraiser, I had no fucking idea that she was taking personal donations. I thought at the time that the donations were going directly to the vet. Oh, struggle. I hope you're feeling better. What's up, Val? All right. I had no idea until Cliff Notes Anna told me that. Cliff Notes Anna was like, no, she didn't. She took the monies. She was taking personal donations. I had no idea that it even happened. No, Rosie, it wasn't fixed.
That's a lot. We got 38, that you have a legal team, that you had a public defender on all your criminal cases. So I find it very hard to believe that the income for a shift lead at Pizza Joint can afford a legal team.
Right, but didn't you say that, what's up, Amber? What's up, Veda? Didn't you say that you had people run her backgrounds and that you had a team? I remember you saying that you had people that were, I don't know, investigators or something. Where'd they go? What are they investigating? You know, just wondering.
And besides, didn't you spend $500,000 on your gourmet kitchen? And then you have a $300 toothbrush. You're probably the only one that owns a flux capacitor too. I wouldn't be surprised. So I'd love to know how you can afford this legal team. Get back with me on that, okay? And 39, you spoke to John Dillon's ex. He called you out on it, said you were a liar. And
that is true.
You paid $200 to have everyone's background checked, and I'm gonna have to make this a part 3. You guys, wow.
All right.
Hey, hamburger.
Right. Exactly. I had no idea until I was in Anna's box. I had no idea that she took personal donations. I had no idea. Okay. Hold on. I'm looking for, hold on. We're going to get to the description of the GoFundMe too, because yikes, you know, this one. I know. I hope you feel better, sugar. I don't need this. Let me do this. Hold on, y'all. We're going to get to that. I just want to try to go in somewhat of an order to make it easily digestible because there are other people. And listen, I don't fuck with Amber Nicole Stillwell Campbell, but Kelly, what you're doing is fucked up. All right? What you're doing, making American Dummy and fucking Miss Piggy over there believe your version of events is fucked up because you're a liar. And I don't give a fuck who the lies are about. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? I don't give a fuck. If you're lying about Liarboss, I'm not going to let that go either. And I thought I fucking told you that in September when you tried to come back to YouTube, and I made it real fucking clear. I don't care who you lie about. I am going to get up here and tell the truth. And now you got those fucking people thinking that your version of events is the fucking truth, and it's not.
Jesus Christ, Anna Hamburglar. I'm gonna have to go slurpy slurp me a big gulp or something, just like you do. I mean, I don't have a Yeti, and I definitely don't have a Yeti for every color to match every outfit and whatever else you said. But I'm gonna get right back into it. If you have not watched parts 1 and 2 about the Boss Lady, aka Anna Hamburglar, aka Boss Lady, or now Boss Lady 2.0, let's jump right back into it. Part 3, you guys, on her long list of lies. And again, these are just the ones that I remember off the top of my head. I have not sat down and watched any of her content back to back because Jesus Christ.
That's what I'm saying. Nicole was friends. Hold on. Nicole was friends with Liarboss. But now, because Kelly is getting on the internet trying to rewrite history, okay, they're believing Kelly. And I don't care. A lie is a lie is a lie is a lie. What's up, Rochelle? I know, Gamma, I'm getting to it. I'm trying to stay in somewhat of a timeline here.
I don't think there's enough trees to make the amount of paper that I would need on that one. But let's get into it, okay? We left off with, let's see, that you spoke to Villain's ex, John. He called you out on your YouTube channel in the comments, and then you turned around and deleted his comment, Anna Hamburglar. Why was that? Is it because...
Now, mind you, I want you to pay attention to this, because, wait a second, didn't Naps and Chrissy and Psycho Bunny, they all said that they had no idea that I occasionally talk to John. So that's weird. How did I get that information without talking to John?
That you don't want the 4 people that may believe your bullshit to find out that you are in fact a liar. I think it's what it is. All right, so now we're going to go back to number 40 and 40. I almost have a list long enough of your lives to match your age. And had I gone back and watched your content, I definitely most likely would have made it to at least 100. But anyhow, 40. You pay $200 to have everyone's background check. Again, where are you getting all this money from, Anna Hamburglar? You say you've never embezzled anything, but in my opinion, I'm starting to wonder. There's a lot.
Girl, you're a thief. You're a career thief. That's first of all. Secondly, Anna didn't pay anybody for a fucking background check because if she did, she would know I'm not a fucking felon. Okay. The moron still says that I'm a fucking felon. It takes 10 fucking seconds to figure out I'm not a felon.
A lot of people on TikTok that are talking about you and none of it's good. So I mean, that's a lot of honeys. That's a lot of it, boo. That's quite a few honeys. It is. It really
Sorry,
is.
I'm looking for my
41. You research.
I'm looking for my chapstick. Kelly reminded me that I needed to get my chapstick. I apologize.
Everything. You're a fucking liar. Lie detector test says wrong again. You don't research shit, Anna Hamburglar. We got 42. You sit on everyone's information for weeks at a time to decide whether you want to tell it or not. No, they don't. Because if you had anything on anyone, you would have said it long ago. You wouldn't have cared how long it was, or what it was, or how it would have hurt them, because you were so angry at the fact that we called you out on your bullshit. All right, so 43. You are dominating TikTok and YouTube. Honey boo, you ain't dominating shit other than a pile of laundry in your apartment. So remember that. You are not dominating a fucking thing. 44, and this is the final one for now. So we have
Night Nurse. That's the chapstick I use. I don't use their body products, but I use that chapstick.
every 44 that you are not on social media. Not on social media, Anna Hamburger. Make it make sense. You do realize that TikTok.
So this is true. I know, isn't it crazy, Sailing Nuts? At the time, Anna was saying that she didn't have Facebook. While posting on TikTok, she said she doesn't do social media.
TikTok itself is social media, right, dumbass? Just wondering if you knew that this is social media. Nobody ever said anything about you having Twitter or Instagram. Dylan said she found your Facebook that you claim that you don't have. And that is how she found out what your last name was. Which again, for the life of me, I cannot figure out what that shit says. So that's why
that is true.
I call you the hamburger, Anna Hamburger. But you guys, that's about it. And if you still are wondering if there's a grain of truth in anything that Anna, aka Boss Lady, alleged in her own mind, her own biggest fan and friend to none, she's a liar, you guys. And a dangerous liar at that, because she believes her own lies. And she does.
So do you. So do you. You get up on this internet every fucking day and lie about other people because you can't take accountability for the fact that you fucking stole from people. Like, what? You want no better, Kelly.
Does no research to support anything she says, because if she did research, then she would not lie about the stuff she says. She would know what she was talking about. So again, I will say this. If you are in active addiction and you are wanting help, please get that help.
You were in active addiction at this point in time, by the way. I think they're the same. The only... Have a good day, Regina. The only difference is Liarboss. What's up, Cool Breeze? Liarboss keeps a valid job. That's it. That's the only difference here.
Whether it is inpatient rehab or outpatient mat, please do it, because that will save your life. It will save your life. And it may not be now, and it may not even be a year from now. But mark my words, if you are struggling in addiction, getting help will save your life in some way, whether it be saving your relationships with your family.
So when are you going to get help? Huh? When are you going to get help? And stop lying about the fact that you are 100% still in active addiction. Huh? People they don't just have fucking photos of you holding a needle and you have track marks on your hand. 1 + 1 = 2. Like, for most people, okay? Right, Night Nurse, listen to me. I say that all the time. Like, how are you going to sell your ass, still have to steal from people, and have 23 fucking evictions? How does that work? You're doing it wrong. And what happened, Kelly? You once told me that you could not sell your ass and be sober. That's weird. Did you forget that you said that? She is violating probation. She violates her probation every fucking day.
You actually unaliving yourself due to an OD, in one way, shape, or form, it will save your life. So please reach out to someone who actually knows what they are talking about when it comes to MAT, if that is something you're interested in. And I'm not saying by any means to reach out to anyone on the internet. Call the closest clinic that you have in your area, the closest MAT clinic in your area, and speak directly to a counselor. Most of them have 24-hour 1-800 numbers that they have that you can call and reach out.
Bro, wait until we get to the posts on YouTube. God, I was looking at them today and I was like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. So embarrassing.
And speak to anyone 24 hours a day that knows what they're talking about. So please get the help, because you deserve it. And this has been WTF with False Lady's List of Lies. And you guys all have a wonderful day, except again for Anna Hamburglar, you have the day you deserve.
You'll never see analytics like that again. You're welcome. It's crazy. All right. So these look January 15th. All right. I think the first live that I did about Liarboss was like January 6th. Right. Happy Monday, John. All right. The GoFundMe was created. Hold on. Let me see. No, hold on. Look, imagine these being your receipts. Fuck. Hold on, yo. Somebody's walking behind my house. Let's see. Hold on. No, I need this. All right, bear with me a sec. I gotta switch. Yeah, facts. It's crazy. You posting, all right, you posting that call with that kid is disgusting. She trusted you. She trusted you. And you don't give a fuck. You hurt her because of her mother that she has nothing to do with. Good job. Fucking deflecting ass bitch, dude. This is going to be crazy, y'all. Did Kelly ever reach out to No.
Where's my... Oh, that's a good background. I like it. I'll stick with that. Hello. Hello, ladies.
Now, Kelly makes the GoFundMe, okay? I'm not really around, but my fucking notifications are blowing up about it, all right? Blowing up. So I thought about, like, how can I get this dealt with, right? So I made a post on Facebook, but it was after this live, because the things that she says in this live is completely different from what she says today, first of all. Hi, Lola. I know. Well, why?
Hey, Missy.
There we go.
Hey, Angie. Hey, guys. What's up?
Facts.
I was over there in that Cliff Notes for Anna, and I just can't keep up in there. Hey, Rachel. I can't keep up over there. Hey, Sunshine.
Sorry, on my iPad is how I keep up with.
Does anybody eat Snack Factory pretzels, or is that just me?
I don't.
I'm finding myself addicted to these suckers.
I don't really give a fuck.
Just disappointed, and I feel like I don't agree with the post in the pit. I don't think they should have done that. From my understanding, that was Creative and Nicole, and Itty maybe. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't think that was okay either. That's vile behavior as well.
And this is the problem that a lot of people have, is that it can't, two things can be true at the same time. Okay, we could not support that behavior and also not support that fucking GoFundMe.
I'm not saying the damn thing that they've done is okay, or that I condone it, because I don't.
Facts.
I don't condone the bullying behavior. I don't condone sending men to people. That's bullshit. All of it's bullshit. But it isn't going to stop until somebody stops. I mean, I just don't. I'm not emotionally invested to the situation. Hey, Tori. So it's not like that for me. I just would. I don't know. 20K is a lot of money. That sticker shock got a lot of people, and she knew that, though. You know, she's not a stupid woman by any means. She's not stupid. She knows that was people were going to be like, oh shit. She would have been silly not to think that, you know. I have ask me. Let's analyze it together. I have a lot of questions too, Tatted. I always thought, I don't know, Amy. I always thought that if somebody had, let's say, revenge porn against you, and they did something like that, that you could just go down and the DA would press those charges, right? The DA would pick up that case.
Correct.
And I didn't know that.
That is true. That is true. It would be investigated and the DA would file the charges. Okay? That's how things go.
I guess that costs you something when you have to get a lawyer, obviously.
But why would Kelly have needed a lawyer? And this was truly, like, why did she need a lawyer? She's supposedly, allegedly, the victim, right? Why would she have needed an attorney? She wouldn't have.
And it costs about $5,000 for each person. So that's where the 20K came from.
All right. It's going to cost you much more than $5,000. Let's just play pretend. Hi, Gertie. All right. if this was an actual case, which it would never be, because even if it was a federal case, it would be prosecuted by the state's attorney. Kelly Tucker would not have needed a fucking attorney. Ever. Okay?
That's what I thought, baby blue eyes, but good afternoon, love.
Correct, Charity. Correct.
I understand civil doesn't do much, and I think that's where principle comes in, but what is their penalty for these charges? Like, if it's a sex crime, do you have to, oops, can I say that? Do you have to?
I can't even take her voice.
I would go with the case first of the corn and be like, this is what they've done to me.
Which is actually what I told Kelly. Nail the criminal, and then you come with the civil. Lock the criminal case down first, which she wouldn't have needed an attorney for. Okay? Lock the criminal case down first, and then you sue them civilly. That was always my stance. Okay?
And then sue for, what do they call that? Not wrongful death, but you know. And you'd have the stuff from the criminal to back it up. I don't understand why the need for the lump sum of cash is what I guess I just don't understand it.
Because he's a junkie, that's why. The sealing the criminal first would have 100% been beneficial for a lawsuit. All right. Kelly doesn't have a lawsuit. We know that now. Wasn't paying attention then. Okay.
And the sticker shock has me just blown away. I don't support that. And I know a couple people at the table over here do not support that.
I was one of them. People might not have known this, but on the back end, this was a very frequent conversation once that GoFundMe was created. And Psycho Bunny knew at the time it was not something I supported. This is before I posted. I didn't post the Facebook post and on my YouTube post tabs until after this live because I got the questions answered. Does that make sense?
No pants penny. It's the GoFundMe. Did someone just say that GoFundMe was made a long time ago?
Hold on a second. If someone has access to videos the Hooka did on that first channel, the Hooka did a video from bed mimicking villains live from the same day, attempting. Yeah, she's crazy. She is insane. Yes, Lolo. Yes.
Read that right? It just registered. Andy, that message was 30 minutes ago. Hey, cousin. That GoFundMe was made in February?
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true.
Okay, I don't understand. So someone math that for me. That it was done in February. March, April. Where are we at?
It was April.
Cousin, it's for principal and to get them to stop. And I'm saying that $20,000 for principal is wild.
I agree. I listen, I want to be clear. I do agree with that. All right. Because none of them have anything, right? So what exactly, let's just say, I'm just going to be clear. She doesn't have a case. All right. But if she did, what are you going to get out of them? They have nothing. What are you going to get from them? Nothing. You're going to spend 60 grand. And this was my original problem then as well, because $20,000 would have never gotten you far. So what are you going to do when the lawyer needs more money? Were you going to continue to take money from people? It was a you problem. It wasn't everybody else's problem. It was a you problem. I'll be damned if I get up on this motherfucker and ask people on the internet to cover my legal fees that I am making. It's not like you were the person that is being brought to court and you needed an attorney. That is not how it went. You did this shit willingly, and then you asked the internet to pay for it and stole their fucking money.
Well, she is obsessed with you.
Right.
Yeah, you can set up a GoFundMe. I'm not going to clown on that. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, go ahead. You can do that, though. I think it's a lot of money. I don't. Is it just me? Do you people have like $20,000? Just, I don't have that kind of money just laying around.
Right. Exactly.
I don't know. It's the sticker shock for me. Either way, I don't condone the GoFundMe. I don't support it.
A lot of us felt that way. That's
I think her. I don't know how to defend that. I don't know what principle. I think the principle of it's not okay to bully.
It's crazy.
Right, that's what I thought. I mean, I thought that's what they did. Okay, yes. If I had to get it, I could get it. It isn't readily accessible. Thank you for saying that way.
And it's fucking ridiculous to expect other people to pay for it when you never stopped making videos, Kelly. You never stopped. You continued making 5-6 videos a fucking day after you filed for that warrant hearing.
I know.
Hi, again.
I don't want to come on here and start saying a bunch of shit. There's a lot of people over here that do not support that GoFundMe.
That was true.
I don't think that it was wise to do that.
I agree.
I don't know. I was just disappointed in that. And I don't know how you, I don't know.
So wait
20K
a
is such a
second.
lump sum of money.
Hold on a second.
My boys won an 81 transmission, an 81 Camaro.
Hold on a second. You were disappointed, but you're not disappointed that she fucking stole it, right? Because you hang out over there. You support that. So you were disappointed in the GoFundMe, but you're not disappointed in the fact that she used it to steal from people? There's that moral compass again, you know? Excuse me. Super backwards. My bad.
For 16. It may not be a suit, Dawn, but I'm going to give it a whirl.
Wild.
Just kidding. Oh, let me put these down. I don't know. I keep eating those. I need to go put these in the other room. Those cheeses will get you. Hey, Andy. Go on.
They live, things that involve my children. Things that involve my probation.
I see what you're doing, and I commend you for that. That 20K knocked me off my feet because that's a lot of money. And I just can't get past that.
Crazy.
It doesn't mean that I think that
Backwards
you're a she person.
as fuck.
I just think that
So Kelly enters the live. All right. Hi, Belle Zoe. Hope you're doing all right.
that's a lot of money. Fuck, that's a lot of money. And I know you know that. I know that you're aware of that. But the internet, I mean, I just feel like a GoFundMe. I don't know how. I just feel like a GoFundMe for 20K is fucking wild. I don't know how else to say that.
It's true.
Understood. Like I said, every picture. Right. And I said that earlier about the 5K. And I know that that's your stance on it. You know, you told me that. That's how you told all of us that. That's how you feel it.
She never paid 5K. That was a lie. Brian busted that one out.
That's fine. You don't have to donate. I'm doing what I feel like I have to do. I don't think that it's okay for people to be getting money off of the app like that. I don't feel like it's a resource. I guess GoFundMe technically is, though. It's a blurry line, you know? It really is. And I just am not on board with it. That's not me. People should read prior to making expectations. 20K is a total. Right. And so that 20K was, is suing each of those people at $5 grand a pop, right?
And it would have never costed that. Okay. Ever. I don't know. She must have just pulled that out of thin air. It would have never been 20,000. It would have probably been more like 60. 5 people, she said, in 5 different states or 4 in 4 different states. That's not 20K. That's a flat out fucking lie. A lie. Hi, always Ames. What's up, Crazy Chrissy? Anybody with any familiarity in legal cases knows that that 20K would have been fucking gone in 3 months, if that. The fuck?
2 days ago, I am so over addressing this. I talked to you about it on the phone PD yesterday. Like I said, I respect your opinion. You're my friend, and I respect it, and that's fine.
So wait a second. You're over talking about it, right? This was, I think, is there a date here? 4/23. I think the GoFundMe was made the 22nd. Let me get it. Hold on. Let me get the date, or maybe the 20th. Okay. Hold on. I'll get the exact date so that we're clear. All right. Let's see. Here we go. April 21st. All right. This video, this live is from April 23rd, 2025. Okay. You're tired of talking about it? How fucking, like, how? The entitlement blows my mind. You could be entitled with the fucking Johns in Albany, Georgia. Other people don't have to take your shit. It is not other people's responsibility to pay for your attorney when you're fucking selling your ass. The fuck?
I respect the hell out of you. For me to take, for me to have an attorney with me, for all 5 people, they won't go to court together. These people live nowhere near each other.
Hold on, Mama D. Go ahead, Debbie.
That's true. They would have been in different states, which Kelly must obviously not be smart enough to understand that it would have made the case a federal case. According to her, that's what it was. Super strange, right? So it would have never been 20K. I appreciate you, Christina. That's a fucking flat out lie.
Keep going.
They live things that involve my children, things that involve my probation. That's not happening.
When did they involve your children? I want to see proof. Okay, because you know, the very first fucking DM that I ever sent you was because when I opened TikTok, your video was there and you had your kid in her uniform. And I said, you need to take that down and edit it. Remember? You posted that stuff, Kelly. You posted your own address, Kelly. Nobody did this shit to you.
I'm not doing it. This is not about getting money from them. I don't care. They don't
London.
have anything.
It's not about getting money from them. You don't care they don't have anything, but you just want other people's money to do it? What the fuck? Pay for it yourself then.
This is about protecting myself. But if anyone thinks I'm lying, they're more than welcome to ask Mascot Johnny. They're more than welcome to ask Dylan. They're more than welcome to ask.
Oh, I thought you never talked about me. But see, Kelly, what you didn't know at this point in time, all right, is Psycho Bunny and I had already discussed it at length. She knew I did not support that GoFundMe. And you knew because I texted it to you. Right?
Snarkers, everyone has seen it all.
Well, Snokers doesn't support you now either. Isn't that crazy how that works?
I didn't.
The
I
law
don't
is
think
handling it, Mama D. The law is handling it, honey. But I'm sure that the person is held responsible and it is pushed as far as it can go. That is why I have an attorney.
But you wouldn't have needed an attorney.
This is
And
not
so
just
it's the
about me.
It's the same.
So now, mind you, okay, Chrissy is in the chat, Naps is in the chat, and Psycho Bunny is hosting the live, and I am telling each of them to ask us specific questions, all right?
Attorney going to handle all these cases.
That's together by the same attorney, yes.
Okay.
Yes, but this is not, they don't have anything. They don't have anything to their name. If I were to say, I wouldn't get anything.
That attorney's name is Jay Brimberry, and it is widely known that she pays him for legal advice with blowjobs. Yeah. What's up, bud?
They don't have anything.
Do you think?
Punished and held accountable to the fullest extent of the law and setting a precedent because I'm not the first person that these particular people have done this to. They were doing it to Crystal 2 days ago too, showing her new photos. For anybody who doesn't know that, they show mine and they show her.
For that.
And OG comes in. All right. If everybody could send some positive vibes to OG, she recently had a loss. All right. OG comes in again, knows a lot more about this stuff than fucking Kelly thinks. And Kelly can't gaslight her way out of it at all.
I understand that.
Okay.
OJ, okay. You, like I said, no, Dylan knows everything that's
I
going
don't
on behind the
understand
scenes.
You don't name drop me though, right, bitch? You don't name drop me. But what you didn't know at the time is that I immediately went to OG and told her the very same fucking thing. All right. Psycho Bunny was very well aware that I did not support any fundraising because there was way too many red flags. Mask Guy Johnny knew that I did not support the GoFundMe because there were way too many fucking red flags. But didn't you hop on this bitch and say in a video that you never used my name?
Hold on.
Yeah, Savannah knows.
I don't understand that.
I will
So I
tell
thought.
BB,
Savannah knows you lied too, just so you know.
I will tell
Because
you
you have the
privately.
DA, I thought you still had to have.
No, you
You
don't.
do.
No,
I do because of the accusations they made against me. So I guess I'll be.
So now she needed an attorney. This doesn't make any sense, dummy. You quite literally just said that you were going to hold them accountable to the fullest extent of the law, and then said because you needed an attorney because of the accusations they've made against you. Huh? How embarrassing for anybody that was a part of this and chooses to fucking support you knowing that you're a thief.
And I'm the one that has accused them of the calls that they have made down here to Georgia on me regarding my children and my
You're
probation.
not the defendant. You're on the prosecution side. You don't need
Okay,
to.
whatever side it is.
Good
I
job. Thank God OG had at least sense, what's up, in her mind to say these things because she's right.
don't. But they have made calls against me, legal calls against my children. I'm not going in front of anyone without an attorney. When they have made bald-faced lies and accusations, it's absurd.
What was the bold-faced lie? I want to know. You were actively selling your ass. That wasn't a lie. Okay. You were actively using drugs. That wasn't a lie. And your criminal history is just as long as Liarboss with all that. What? Why? What's up, Jersey friend? I hope you're doing well.
They have called my probation officer to try to get me sent to prison. It's absurd.
Yeah,
You should be in prison. If you cannot abide by the terms of your probation, which I have a list of, and then proof of you violating it, okay? If you cannot follow the law and be a law-abiding citizen while you're serving a 10-year felony probation, then you should be in prison. No question about it. You should be in prison, because if you can't respect the law while you're on probation, are you gonna respect it when you're fucking off? You are the dumb fuck. You should have taken this time to get yourself in a better situation. But no. You choose to stay the piece of shit you are.
Hey,
I backed away from the app and posted nothing but newborn kittens.
That is a fucking lie. You never stopped posting videos about Liarboss, JJ, Nicole, fucking Judge Judy. You never stopped posting. That is a fucking lie.
They started sending people to my home to force my hand. Posted nothing but newborn kittens for
That's a lie, number one. Number two, nobody sent anybody to your home, Kelly. Do you remember you showed me that rental app? Stu, are you still here? You sent me that rental app, right? In that rental app screen recording, it says that you had a leaky faucet. I'm sorry. Was it a leaky bathroom faucet and a toilet that screeched? Do you remember that, Kelly? Do you? That's who that man was. I emailed that property manager too, just so you know. You're out here defaming people because you can't admit the fucking truth. And it's gross. It is disgusting. I want the fucking audio from that video. Post it.
They started sending people to my home to force my hand into responding. When I don't respond, they come out the fucking woodworks with more bullshit that they pull out of thin air.
okay, so I'm going to be honest. I'm on the prosecution side on 3 abuse cases with animals right now. I have a district attorney. That is, you don't pay for that. You don't give them any money.
I'm not paying the district attorney. I have a private attorney. I'm not talking. The district attorney has nothing to do with this.
Well, it does. I'm talking about the criminal, not the civil.
The criminal stuff. There's two separate ones. OG. There's a local one. Yes, the DA will handle that. And then I have a federal case going.
Correct. And they have their own attorneys. Yes, I have one too.
That is true. She wouldn't have needed an attorney, y'all. We didn't need an attorney for the Paul Gear case. The feds investigated it and the state's attorney prosecuted it. You're a liar, Kelly. This is embarrassing for you now.
Okay, and that's fine. But like I said, because of the accusations they have made against me, trying to get me sent back to prison.
You belong in prison. Sorry, not sorry. Stop doing what you're doing.
And trying to have my children taken away. I'm not walking into court without someone to protect my interests and the interests of my children. And if
you don't give a fuck about the interests of your children. Where was your children when those photos of you shooting dope in your fucking bathroom were taken? Just wondering.
Protect my family and my children.
I didn't know you were on probation. So if you're
honey.
Okay, I didn't know. If you're on probation, you know how the legal system works in a criminal case, whether it's federal or whether it's local. Victim, witness, person.
Correct.
Well, I tried to do that, OG. That was what I went down there for the other week. And do you know what they told me? They told me to go upstairs and talk to the judge because the victim's advocacy office could not help. They told me to go upstairs and talk to the judge because the victim's advocacy office could not help me.
She's trying to manipulate. They all do it. They all over-explain, and this is why nothing she says makes sense. It's gaslighting, but she's fucking bad at it.
Yes, it can, and that's a complete
fact.
Anytime you accept the case, you automatically get a victim advocate.
That's true. Sent me upstairs to the warrant applications.
And then I have one more, and I'm gonna be honest. This shit is gone too far on both sides. Nobody's right. Nobody's right. It's crazy. I totally love your satire. I begged you to do one on me. I begged you. But here's a problem with your GoFundMe. Why in the world would you have to use Lisa Richard name?
She did. She used Lisa Richard's name and Nicole's name originally. That is true. When she got shit for it, she took it out. What the fuck did Lisa Richard or Nicole really have to do with that? No, you can't. Not without, no. She's a liar.
Why?
I don't have Lisa's 3 minutes. Trying to let everyone know who it was that was posting the news. It had nothing to do with Lisa. Period.
I know, but if you didn't,
but that's what you put in the GoFundMe. I need that original screenshot.
Bring it to the app, and it was just for the GoFundMe. How would anybody on GoFundMe even know who Lisa Richard is? I was taken back that you were using an addict. Correct. But even
That's literally all I said.
but even use, and it's my opinion, that took me back.
That's fine.
I mean,
Okay,
was
well, I
like, what the
apologize.
hell?
It was changed 3 minutes later. But a lot of people don't know these different Nicoles. They don't even know what they've done to me. A lot of people had no idea last night that they've shown my new photos for 5 days in a row on different lives and made TikTok videos and put them all over YouTube.
So I don't know. I don't know that it was. I know there was definitely 1 live. I don't know if it was 5 lives. She lies, so it's hard to say.
That's what's been done to me.
Okay, I
I
got a
do
question.
not agree with that. Have a fans only shit. Psycho Benny, I'd be all up on it. Let me tell you, if I could have one.
Well, I have my son is 18, and I just, I can't. But I want to ask. I have my son is 18, and I just, I can't. But I want to ask W because
That's not a crack joke. I'm gonna tell you what, they make very good money.
I'm not about what anybody does to make money. I don't give a shit what you're doing. Your life is your life. I don't give a shit.
Correct.
But Debbie, my question, I want to ask you this because so many people are asking and nobody's saying it, so I will. When does this stop? How far does this go? Is there an end in sight? Is this going to be till somebody goes somewhere?
And that's exactly how I felt, y'all. Okay. Because I'm like, 20K, that's not enough for a case like that, first of all. So what happens when you blow through the 20K and you need another 40? You're going to come back to the internet to get it? That is true.
I'm expecting to call back tomorrow from the federal level. I spoke with them again today. So they keep saying that they've broken their laws. They've not done revenge porn. They've done none of that. So they think all of this.
So what the fuck do you need the money for? Huh? You legitimately just said they keep telling me they've not done revenge porn. They've not done any of that. So what the fuck was the money for?
Is made up. They still think that I've not contacted anyone, that the paperwork that I filed here. Yes, there will be 5.
So after you go to court and these are filed and this happens, they just put warrants
out.
They
won't even have to go to court. On the federal stuff, the revenge porn, they won't have to go to court. There is.
What the fuck are you talking about, Kelly? You think that people just get charged and they don't have a day in court? What the fuck?
More than enough evidence to substantiate a warrant. They broke federal law.
What happens after the warrant? They go to court. What are you talking about?
You cannot do that.
No, I understand, and I don't support.
Now the stuff local, the stuff local will be their word against my word, essentially, because they use text now numbers. Although the judge signed the warrants, because I have.
You use text now numbers. I still want to know why you dumped that kid's tablet too while I'm here.
He's not going to come to Georgia, and Georgia's not going to go get her. And that's what he told me. He said,
so
you can do this.
They get picked up.
Yes,
well, they're not extraditable.
If say gets picked up in Alabama and they happen to run her name and she's right there over the state line, then they'll get her. But they're not going to go to Ohio. And like I said, the local stuff, that was the least of my worries.
Okay, so can you explain what this is going around about the old? When was this old thing that's going around that is resurfaced about the missing person? What is all this?
I took on a missing persons case when I found in my.
Pay attention, y'all. Okay, pay attention.
Organization. Okay. It was very messy. There was about 50 people involved. I did a fundraiser. I sold shirts, wreaths, and bracelets. Those were for a psychic to fly from California to here.
So can you explain why there is proof that people sent you specifically money and never received those goods too? Just asking, I'm just wondering how, like, there are people that sent money to your payment apps that never received the things that they were supposed to get for their donation.
Did that. The mother was given $7,000 cash as a donation for reward money. Okay. When people started, and I've got proof, I've got chats to back this up. I actually posted it this morning, but my page is private. Flipped the script on me. The very day that they accused.
Also, let me explain. Brian once told me that Kelly will manufacture whatever it is that she needs to manufacture to get her narrative to stick. All right. Anybody that trusts a motherfucking thing that she says is proof is out of their fucking minds. People are fucking tired of seeing the same tired old money orders, Kelly. That's money you replaced after you got caught stealing. Stop it.
Me of taking a dime from that girl. 5 minutes later, I went, took the money out of my account, got a money order. And
that's a lie. That's a lie.
Overnighted it to California.
Oh, it's about to start.
So were you and the picture of the money order
with the crime?
No, because I did nothing wrong. So my charges come from, no. Okay, my charges are from 2018.
Okay.
2 years, almost 3 years before did my missing persons organization. I was clean during that whole time.
Because I went down that rabbit hole.
I don't know that you've ever been clean, first of all. Secondly, I do believe your probation started in 2020 or 2021. Okay. But you're avoiding that it's still stealing from people. So now you're literally saying that you stole from different people. There isn't anybody you haven't stole from your entire life.
The JVD or
Yeah,
whatever,
no, I was no, because I did nothing wrong. Did nothing wrong. I had every
That is not correct. She replaced the money before they filed charges on her.
receipt and all the proof I needed.
Okay, because
I still have a picture of the money order. It's on my TikTok. For anybody who is
there was an
on there.
admin. There was an admin that was a friend of yours, and I scrolled down pretty far. I mean, I went through that.
Good
and
job,
said,
OJ.
I was a lawyer yesterday, and then I was also racist because I called black boys thugs in some lawsuit that doesn't even involve me.
What?
The girl just has
Oh
the
my
same
God.
name.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Me neither until this morning. That's what I wake up to at 5:30.
Gaslight. Nobody was even talking about that.
Most people
not
don't
true.
care.
I care about
I'm
the
not
truth.
saying you. I'm not saying you. I'm saying like Melly and Nicole and Boss Lady. None of them care about the truth. They just want attention and clicks and views. Hence why
I think that's a you problem, to be completely honest, just being real.
I stopped responding and started posting.
You never stopped responding. Do you need us to legitimately post a fucking compilation video of every video you posted while not responding? Do you?
Kittens, they sent people to my house because if I talk about it, they're going to get attention. Every time I say I'm done addressing this, I said it 2 days ago. Guess what? Today, last night, they come out saying I'm a lawyer, and then I wasn't the lawyer. I was the person the lawyer was defending, and the name wasn't even right.
I don't even know what she's
I've said for a month now. There's 4 of us in this town, one but a different middle initial.
None of them have your birth date, Kelly. Stop it.
And saying that it's me. I'm not the only person with my name in the world.
Correct. No, I agree with that.
I'm not. I'm not the only.
A good person that knows what they're doing is going to be able to differentiate between you and them. All of your charges are fucking stealing. All of them.
One in Albany. The other one has red hair. I know her. Like I said, she was in my 6th.
Okay, another thing that I'm gonna tap in on real quick, and that is your federal case. Your federal case, if it goes and they can settle with what's called restitution. And basically, if they settle with restitution, you will not win in a civil case.
That's not the point of this. The point is to hold someone responsible and accountable and set a precedent for people who think they can do this to others.
Okay,
This is not right.
How far do you think you're going to get on 20,000? You're looking at $100,000
Fact.
for this case. 5 people, you're looking at 20 grand at least each, or 20.
Easily.
And hold another one of them responsible. The one that's been showing my pictures and holding lives with my pictures, I would be fine with that because at least
Those are my text messages coming through, by the way, just so everybody knows.
then the other ones would know that this is not okay. And it is against the law because they keep saying that it's not.
It wouldn't have been against the law because your photos were public. They were public. Laws out the window because they were publicly available. Fair use applies to your Hooka ads too, dummy.
They keep saying they've broken no laws.
I just
Well, listen, Psycho Buddy, I tried. Look, I said that. Google is your friend.
All right, am I back? Can you all hear me? Okay. Are we good? All right. Sorry, I don't know if y'all heard that thunder and then my power went down and yeah, I apologize. So my router, I had to restart my router. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's continue. Hold on. Sorry. I have to restart everything on my end. My bad. Yeah, I have to remember to cut out that dead air when I get back. So my bad. Hi, beautiful life. Sorry, we had a little bit of an intermission. Okay, little bit of an intermission, but we're back now. All right. Sorry.
Photos. He got arrested. It was revenge porn pictures.
She's done that too, along with my tattoos.
The problem is, okay, the problem is yours were public. Okay. Most people don't have nudes publicly available on the internet. All right. Because you are publicly available. Don't fucking lie. I have ads. As a matter of fact, conveniently, but I know you think I don't, but I know. Conveniently, they all stopped when Don got the knock at the door publicly. So you're doing things a little bit quieter these days, but they know what you're doing anyway. So fucking embarrassing. Poor Kelly.
I just wish it would all stop because somebody is going to get hurt. Somebody's actually going to get hurt. I'm talking not mentally. And I did reach out to you, WTF, my home address, and he's a registered schmeck offender. So I get it. And mentally, it's the people that laugh and have fun that are probably the most mentally drained behind the scenes. That's why I reached out to you.
Well, I appreciate that because nobody does.
I wish it would stop, and it's not going to stop. I also,
No, it's not.
And I said, well, your counsel said you can say certain things. I can
say certain things.
I don't know any lawyer. Lawyer.
Listen to me, okay? No fucking attorney is going to tell you you could say certain things. No, absolutely the fuck not. No. That is a bold-faced fucking lie.
Anywhere in California or Texas,
Correct.
They would allow their client
Correct.
to talk about an upcoming case. You need to check your attorney and make sure he or she is representing you correctly, because you should
at all. She trades sexual favors for legal advice. That doesn't mean he's representing her.
not be talking about this whatsoever.
The only things I talk about are the ones that are sending people to their house. I'm not the one calling their phones, texting their phones. I've never called any of their phone numbers, never texted any of their phones. I've got phone records that can prove that.
You can't hear me now? What happened now? What the fuck is going on? Are we good in the chat? Why is it not showing the live though? Oh, I got it. All right. Yeah, if you get him, thank you. Thank you. It is pouring out there, y'all.
Yeah, this stuff's gone way too far. I hope
but people are being sent to my home
because there's kids on both
sides. Full address has been put out there. I've never even said her kids' names. Not once have I ever said her children's name.
Listen to me. You accidentally, all right? You accidentally posted giving a John your fucking address on video. You did that. Nobody else did that. You did that. What the fuck?
Because I know how it feels. I know how it feels when you have 150 people call your work in 24 hours.
Yeah,
I know how it feels when somebody actually has your address
I don't know
and
if
threatens
you
on a
can
live
hear
they're going to come SLIT your throat and watch you bleed out. I know how it feels. I know how you feel. It fucking.
It's not
And
okay.
that's fine, Psycho Buddy. Like I said, had I just put the 5K, people would have been saying, well, she can't do all that with $5,000. So I put the amount that I was told. It's not about raising 20. Like I said, if I could just get close to 5K, I won't even get close to 5K. But it'll get me closer to 5K than I would starting from scratch again, because the first 5K I paid out of pocket was my tax refund.
Okay, W, last. Yeah.
That's a lie. And we all know that's a lie. Okay. This is how fucking delusional you are. Is that you thought that I raised 11K for the students and you thought that you were going to be able to do the same thing. We ain't the same, ho. We're not the same. I don't fundraise for me ever, ever. You did it to steal from people and it's fucking disgusting.
My concern is this. Hold on, I'm outside and I'm on earbud.
I can barely understand you, Kat.
Hold on 1 second, babe. Hold on.
No, she lied.
Same time.
Earbuds suck.
Why would you pay for a criminal attorney if you didn't need one?
Anywhere without an attorney for that. And I don't think anyone else would either.
So then pay for it your fucking self. It isn't anybody else's responsibility to pay for you. Yes.
They got called to court or back to court or into probation with the threat of being sent to prison. I don't think they go.
Listen to me. You're not afraid of going to prison because you continue to commit crimes. If you were afraid of that prison sentence, you would have straightened your fucking ass up.
On your probation, that's completely different than
With my best friend in a pool hall and told him I was in a bar.
I realize that there's so much more to this than any of us know, and so I choose
There is.
to not pass judgment on any of it because that's where I stand. But this is my thing.
Yeah.
Hear me out. I'm not saying that these people would be running you off the app, but if I was in your position, I would go radio silent. I have dealt with.
Isn't that strange? Isn't that strange? That's exactly what I thought she was doing. She doesn't want to talk about that, though. Kelly doesn't want to talk about the fact that in our text messages, I'm saying just ignore them. Do what you got to do legally. Ignore it. She doesn't want to talk about that because that's what anybody with a fucking case would have done. They would have shut the fuck up, but Kelly needed it to grift money from.
Many mentally ill people, when they get pushed into a corner, there is no knowing or telling what their reactions are going to be. That's where my concern is with your safety. Now, I realize that we're in the South, so things are a little bit different, but I would never want to be put in that position either.
No, I haven't been. All I posted is proof.
What? Girl, you're going to sit in this live and tell people that we're watching you continue to post videos every fucking day that you've been quiet? What the fuck?
For the people that keep holding lives saying I've done this and I've done that. I haven't even said anything. I said the other day, I'm done addressing it.
Oh my
I wrote
God.
the text thread that I wrote, and I said I'm done publicly addressing it. And then last night, some other lady with my name that doesn't even live in my state, doesn't even have the same middle initial, and accused me of being a racist who was involved in some type of altercation with an African-American teenage boy.
Gosh.
This, that, and the other.
And that's
I haven't even said anything to them.
And that's
Haven't in days.
That's why I say the radio silent part is because it just makes towards like, look at that, and it pulls you out of it. That's my concern. My concern is you don't know what somebody's going to do. And if people have already gone this far for whatever reason, as far as I know, you've never provided a reason. There's never been they're doing this because of that. And that's where my concern is when you're dealing with people that are unhinged, it's a safety thing for me. And I always say that
He hasn't been the last couple of times.
I don't think that it.
Oh, wow.
I don't think that it's a safe game either. I think this is dangerous. I think that it's getting out of control. And I'm not.
Oh, wow.
I'm not
Shannon,
condone
you
what they've done to you. I don't condone one thing.
Well, isn't this crazy? This is before this live. Shannon, you here? Oh my God, this is the exact opposite of what you said in this live 3 hours later. Hold on a second. Keep it, chick. I don't know if I'm supposed to. Listen to me. There's an email that you sent, Kelly, 4/23/25. I'm sorry. That's not right. Hold on. No. Yeah. 4/23/25, which is the date of this live at 9:53 a.m. Why were you saying something completely different in this email? Hold on a second. What the fuck is happening? Oh my God, this is so embarrassing for you. I have no option but to have an attorney. Civil is my last concern. They don't have anything. Wait a second. So how did we get to fucking 7-8 hours later? You're saying this. Huh? What's up, Shay? I'm asking, for myself, genuinely confused because you said this. And now, a couple of hours later, you're saying something completely different. How the fuck? Oh, God. Not even terrible.
Thing that they've done with this revenge, I think it's gone way too far. It's embarrassing. I was embarrassed for you. That's humiliating, and that's why they did it. That was their intention. And that's shameful, and that's who those people are. You know what I mean?
And where's the outrage from everybody about that? Everybody's so outraged that I made a GoFundMe that I don't expect to collect 20,000. I don't even expect to collect 5,000. But where's the outrage and everything they've been doing? I've never gone real life on them.
No,
That's a lie. That's a lie. All right. You filed for, I love that. I'm glad. But you filed for a warrant application hearing. That's going real life. Also, what are you talking about? There were plenty of people that said they didn't appreciate your nudes being green screened. What the fuck? What are you talking about? Where is the outrage?
Ever. Not one time. Not one time.
That was everything that I said. You're attacking children, you're attacking a mother, and doing stuff like that is just plain fucked up.
Okay. Perfect. Just wanted to make sure. I just want to know how do you go from saying that? I could read. It's posted. So let me tell you, this is so embarrassing. I can't speak publicly about everything they have done, but they've sent men to my home for sex, posted ads for prostitution all over the place, and then sent them to my probation officer, along with making calls to not only him, but to CPS to have my kids taken. CPS was in May. I was already in Florida when CPS was called. Okay. I want the audio of that man showing up to your house. I have texts on my phone where they've threatened my kids and myself. They've had people follow me and take pics, dox my kids' names in schools. It just doesn't stop. I want to see proof of that too. All right. I want to see proof of that too. I have no option but to have an attorney due to them making calls to probation and CPS. I mean, people don't understand the things they've done to me because I legally can't speak on them. You never shut the fuck up. But civil is my last concern. They don't have anything, and if I did win actual money, it would only be to pay the attorneys anyway, whatever the difference is from the total I have to pay up front. That's not how it goes. That is not how it goes. You either hire and retain an attorney or you pay the attorney on contingency, all right? But literally 7 hours later, you're sitting in this live saying something completely different. Why is that? Huh? What is that? I firmly believe that this slithering fucking hooker sat back, watched things that people were saying, and was evolving the story as it goes. Okay? And you still failed.
Yeah, I mean, there seems to be no outrage about when she said 5-year-old explicitly said that last week. Explicitly said that everything that she found on me was from 2023. She didn't tell anybody that when she was smearing my name. Then she accidentally admitted to having the back page logins of these random posts.
Listen, y'all, I can't stand Liarboss, but I don't think she said that, worded it correctly. All right. I don't think that that's what she meant. And if she did, it was sarcasm. Okay.
And ads that have been going up.
I think they've hit way below the belt. I think that they have sat on panel and made fun of another woman, and that is despicable. They've body shamed. They've done all the things they're not supposed to do. But that
That's
is them,
weird.
and that's the vile people they are. I understand that you want to,
I'm just wondering, is sharing somebody's kids so that somebody could contact them, is that what women is supposed to do? Jen, asking, for myself.
repercussions for that, and you want to see that gets handed to them. But 20K is just a fucking lot of money. It's just a lot of. I can't. It's sticker shock.
And like I said, I'm not asking. Had I put $5,000, then it would have been, oh, she just wants money. That's not enough to take all those people to court. That is what it would have been then.
You took it anyway. You thief. You stole the money anyway.
No,
I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't. It is what it is.
I just want you to be safe. That's okay with any of it. I worry about you, and I worry.
Me too, because one of them lives 10 minutes down the road from me that everybody kept saying she didn't live here. She absolutely does.
It's insane.
Stated that too yesterday. I don't think it's okay their vile ass behavior. I understand that maybe people aren't. I'm just have sticker shock with it, and that's what it is for me. I don't think what you're doing standing up for yourself is wrong, and I admire that. I just think that 20K is so much money.
You go your own way. I gotta check the goddamn mail. Come on.
What?
Hey, right?
I don't think she needs to be up here.
Honey, two of a kind, you might want to either mute yourself or
Oh,
I don't know if you need to be up here.
I don't think she meant to be up here.
No, I don't think so either. That sounded like a personal conversation.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
Know that
it's not that I don't support. I just don't support asking for that kind of money. I think it's wild.
Amen.
If you can't afford to do it, should you be doing it?
That's fine.
Amen.
That's fine. But so I understand that.
It don't cost. I mean, of course it costs the system, but you're represented by the DA. I'm just confused by the whole situation.
And like I said, PB, if you knew everything there was to know, it would be different.
Well, then you should have said it, W.
I did. I told you. I said there's a lot more than anybody knows. I told you
Then
that
you should have
yesterday.
told me that lot more. And but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that even knowing that information would change that sticker shock of 20 grand.
Brian,
And like I said, I didn't.
they have real selective morality. They have selective morality. It's always okay when it's being done to other people, but don't do it. Don't do it to them.
Ask anybody to endorse the GoFundMe. I don't need anyone to endorse the GoFundMe. That's fine. If that's your feeling, that's fine.
I'm a nobody.
That's fine. Villain didn't even know about it. I don't ask for anybody to endorse this. If you don't want to, that's fine. I don't need you to.
That GoFundMe. She also does.
Yeah,
endorse it.
I love you.
I know, and that's what I just
That is true. That is true. Okay.
said is that Villain didn't even know about it when I made it. And she does not endorse it either. I don't expect her to. I don't expect you guys to use your platforms to endorse something you guys don't believe in. That is fine. I'm not asking you to. I've never asked anyone to.
Yeah, I'm a nobody. I couldn't do that anyways. I mean, if I wanted to help,
I didn't ask Villain anything about. I didn't ask her to speak on the GoFundMe. I never even mentioned the GoFundMe to her because I would not expect her to.
But you used my name for every fucking thing else? Like, what? There's something wrong with you.
I did bring the GoFundMe up to Villain.
No, but you talked about it in one of your lives. I remember, Chet. You had mentioned Chet.
Yeah, yesterday.
For the students. So I do have a question for you that I'm going to drop.
You had mentioned the GoFundMe for the students. You're not me, ho.
You got to be careful with the GoFundMe because of what your buddy for 1 second thinks that you are thieving any money from that GoFundMe, or you're not going to use it all for what you're on probation for something similar.
Oh, I'm aware. Hence why every time I make a payment to the attorney, a receipt will be provided. I will more.
Where are they, Kelly? Do we need to go back and show what Kelly sees as receipts? Oh, wait a second. I got you. Hold on. Let me email this photos. I wore this shirt and then I forgot that my laptop camera was broken. Hold on, y'all. I got y'all. Watch this. Oh, wait, maybe I can add from. No, let me just do it this way. Hold on. I wore the Kelly shirt today. And then I got here and realized, oh, well, fuck. Right? Hold on. Let me just attach it and I'll make that. Here we go. Yeah, it's a lie. All she does is fucking lie. Hold on. Fucking embarrassing, to be honest. But bear with me a second. I gotta change my avatar because this needs more attention. Right. She sure did. She sure did, two of a kind. We'll get there. I restarted my modem and it's still bad. Hold on. Yeah, this one. I want this one. With me a sec, y'all. Sorry. I forgot. Yeah, crazy. 3616. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. Downloads. Yeah, itsy, right? Hindsight. It's a motherfucker, you know? Crazy as hell. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yikes, boo. So fucking embarrassing. All right. Where is it? This receipt right here. This one. Right there. You see that? That's the second receipt that Kelly tried to provide and fucking failed at. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ain't that crazy? Crazy. Crazy. Anyhow, let's continue. Me too, Kepa. Makes me sick. Yeah, the shirt. That's her receipt. I made her fucking receipt, janky ass receipt, into a shirt just to fucking laugh at her. What the fuck? And this is the second receipt she tried. Okay? The second one. Imagine. Hi, Grace. I hope you're doing well. Crazy as fuck. Thinking people are gonna fucking what? Crazy. Anywho, let's continue.
Or just like I always do. It will not change. I provide receipts and proof with everything I say.
Good. So we want receipts and proof. All right. Valid ones, not ones you made. All right. Not ones that look like the normal receipts you put out there. Real ones. All right. We want to see them.
Ever have not done it.
So my question for you is: we talked about that missing person.
Mhm.
Your charge is theft by coercion or
Correct.
whatever.
No,
Yes.
no, that is theft by deception.
No. Your charges, what the fuck? The charges that you are on probation for are theft by conversion. That is the fact. We'll get there.
From 2017 when I was in active addiction.
Okay. Because the
I'm still in active addiction. Boo.
charge was 2020. I have it here.
Yes.
No, the charge was in 2018. They didn't charge me or didn't. I was arrested in
That
2018.
sucks.
So did you?
They didn't indict me until 2020. I didn't go to court until 2020.
That sucks. So you just legitimately, lied. And she fucking called you out for it. Crazy.
22.
Okay. So so then you pled down, did the 10 years probation is what happened. They gave you a plea deal is what happened. What I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I did what I was accused of doing. Hence why I pled guilty.
All
I
right,
wrote a whole statement to the police department when I was called.
just so everybody understands, what she did was take money from storm victims, okay? People that paid a construction company to fix storm damage. She stole the money. Just so everybody's clear, okay? Victim impact statements are on the Fucks for Bucks playlist.
in for questioning about what I did. I was in very active addiction, spending about $1,500 a day going up my arm.
Well, what's your excuse now? Huh? What's your excuse now?
I have spoke about this many times.
Okay. Just make sure you check your probation paperwork. Make sure you can even have a.
She also does that a lot. She'll say, I spoke about this already. No, you lied about it already. You lied about it.
Both
I can. I've been in contact with him as well. Every time that I have to make a police report or do anything in regards to this, I let him know.
Okay. Alrighty. That's all I wanted to say. I was kicked out earlier because I had to take a phone call. So you guys have a very good day.
You too, OG. OG, I need to can you text me because I need to ask you something about the kittens too. I need to ask you something about Steffi in particular.
Yeah.
There it is. She tried desperately to manipulate OG, and OG was not hearing it.
Definitely.
Okay. You have my number, don't you?
Yes. Actually,
okay, text me, please.
I don't know if I do or
I'm not attacking. Hey, E Savage, I'm not attacking.
E Savage, they are not. I promise you, these women up here are not attacking me.
And she knows
she shouldn't expect anything less WTF whatsoever. Matter of fact, I reached out to her to make sure she was okay the other day. So
I have not. I've spoke to her, and I'm not here to attack anybody. I'm being honest with her as I would expect her to be with me, and I would expect her to be like, "Bitch, 20K, have you lost your mind?" That's what this is. I invited her in here. I told her I would cut comments. She came. I didn't let specific people in the box for reasons. I just I wanted her to know where I stood with it, and that's what we're doing as adults having a conversation. E Savage, I'm not attacking her at all.
No, and I give
I'm simply disagreeing with something she's doing.
I give her props. WTF, I give you props, man. I do.
Well, like I said, if somebody doesn't do it, they're going to keep on. Because like I said, there's another woman after me. There's another woman after me. They've already showed nudes of.
What? What the fuck is she talking about? Girl, what?
Crystal, positive vibes. They did it to her because they thought she was talking to me.
Wow.
They contacted her husband's job.
Lily,
they did all kinds of stuff to her.
I too would take legal action. I wouldn't do a 20K GoFundMe, but I would take legal action as well. I'm not saying what she's doing is wrong. I support her in standing up for herself.
I agree with that. It wasn't the internet's problem to help you. It wasn't the internet's fault. And you still lie about it.
Thank you, Lois.
The 20K is a lot of money.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't support the GoFundMe. That doesn't mean that I don't support W in standing up for herself. That's crazy. You people need to grow up. I can departmentalize over here.
I don't know if anybody caught what Lois said. Thank you, Lois, because I had no idea where OG got that from. She said the theft by coercion charges are the teacher that they were accusing of being me. I've never been a teacher.
No. I could pull up your record right here and now. Your charges say theft by conversion. What?
I was a medic for almost 10 years.
Yeah, I never said teacher.
I know. They were saying last, but that is the job of the woman that was charged with that was the teacher is what she was saying.
Thank you, Scoops. I disagree with somebody and not have that kind of, how do y'all's relationships work in real life? Shit.
So your charges had nothing to do with theft?
Now. Yes, they were theft by deception, not theft by coercion. At first she said theft by coercion.
Theft by conversion.
Yeah, that's what she said at first.
Mean the same thing. Deception and coercion mean the same thing. It depends on what state they're writing it at.
I don't know. I'm not going to speak on that. I feel like deception.
I don't care about the other people's lives. If they don't talk to me in real life, then I don't really care what they have to say. I respect OG's opinion and I respect PP's opinion, and that will not change how I feel about them. I still respect them. I still love them. They are still my friends.
That's what adults do. This is not I'm not having a bashing session on W. That's why I cut the comments so no distractions would happen like that. But I can support what she's doing and not support something else that she's doing. I do it with Andy all the time. I'm not attacking her. I'm telling her I don't understand the 20K. It's wild to me. She responded back to that. We had a conversation about it. That's what we should be doing. Let that be what it is. We don't have to be the
No, we don't.
And I'm still going to talk to WTF on the back end about the cats and the kittens and the.
Got it. Hold on.
I can disagree with something you're doing and not come on here and drag you about it. I asked questions and wanted to know about the 20K. She was messaging me. I told her she could come over here and come up. I don't feel like I'm not reading. We weren't reading comments, but I don't feel like anybody.
No, I'm still not reading them because I'm in the car.
I agree.
But yeah, nobody's being forced to donate. The people that have donated privately, like I said in my GoFundMe description, it will be deducted out of the 20K, which is what I have done. Anybody
what?
Who's donated privately, I specifically told them to comment on my TikTok how much they donated so that people could see that it was deducted off the GoFundMe. This is not about money. This is not about me pocketing money. This is about holding them accountable legally.
You are a lying fucking thief. That's exactly what you did, was pocket the money. Save yourself from a fucking eviction that you got anyway, bitch.
and seeing this gone pushed as far as it can go. I can't open every avenue there is to open as a private citizen. I don't have the contacts an attorney has. The DA here does not care. I can assure you, he does not care. The police department doesn't even care.
Maybe that's because.
So I want to backtrack a little bit because now I'm confused completely. Now I just confused myself. Which is he's.
You're muted, OG.
I don't believe in going after people who donate and doxing them and tearing them down the app.
No,
That's not.
no,
I don't
no.
support that shit. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't support that.
I'm working on it, y'all.
So my question is, in the beginning, before I got kicked out, you said you weren't bringing the GoFundMe to TikTok, but you just said you did. So now I'm really confused.
What? No, I said for people, if they donated on the back end, to put it in a comment somewhere on TikTok.
Hold on, y'all, because I'm going to prove to you right now that she doesn't even know what she was fucking convicted of. What the fuck? How is this real life? How do you not know that that is your fucking charges? Honestly. Like, this is crazy now. Show it right here and now. Both of y'all are the same fucking person. It's gross. Hold on, I'm opening it. Look familiar? Does this look familiar to you? Huh? Theft by conversion. Theft by conversion. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 misdemeanors. And 1, 2, 3, 4 felonies. This is just one page. Yeah. All right. What's up, Lumpy? This is just one page. So, duh, I guess. All right. 6/18/2019. Let's continue. Crazy. You didn't ask Tracy Lely for money to pay your rent? That I paid back and you lied about giving back to me? You don't want to talk about that, huh? Yep. She counts on muddying the waters. That's exactly what it is. Y'all, my internet is not good right now. I keep losing. I keep losing my can you hear me? I keep losing my connection keeps dropping. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but since my fucking what's it called? Can you hear me now? Yeah, I don't know what's going on, y'all. Maybe I'll finish this and come back with it tomorrow because I don't like it's nothing that I could do.
And I keep having to say the same thing over and over and over again because people don't want to take the time to go and read and research and see if it's been answered.
This wasn't a dragging session, W, and I don't want you to walk away from this feeling like that.
No, I'll talk to you on the back end, WTF.
Yeah, you're good. I'm just tired of, like I said, everybody is up in arms because I made a GoFundMe, but nobody's up in arms about all the other stuff. Now, I'm not talking about you guys specifically. Nobody's up.
You were so mad that I raised that money for those students, huh? That's what it comes down to. You're never going to be in the position that I'm in, Kelly. Ever. It is never going to happen for you.
In arms about what's been done to me and my children, but they're all up in arms because I made a GoFundMe to help me hold them legally accountable. So
you fucking kept the money. So now where are you with this fucking energy? Huh? Where are you with this energy? I don't fucking feel sorry for your bitch ass. I don't. You could have come back. You knew when you tried to come back to YouTube in September, and I immediately said, I don't give a fuck if it's JJ. I don't give a fuck if it's Nicole. I don't care if it's Boss Lady. You're not going to get on these apps without taking accountability for what you've done. You chose to run off YouTube, pack it up, and come back a few months later on TikTok. I don't know why you thought it was going to be different. Until you're held accountable for stealing from people, I will not stop trying to have your probation violated. It is simple. I personally think it's a little late for you now because I know what's going on in your local towns.
I don't know everything there is to know about the law. I've only ever been in trouble with it. So there's that.
Yeah, there's a fucking flex.
So people are asking in the chat, let me explain what civil and criminal are. Criminal is where you're charged and you go to jail. Civil is where you hit him in the pocketbook. That's the difference. Institution on the federal side, where you don't have to bring a civil lawsuit at that point. So
Yeah, I don't care anything about restitution. I don't even care about the civil. I care about them opening every avenue.
Kelly, at the very beginning of this live, you said the exact opposite.
Possible to push this to the fullest extent so that this doesn't happen again, because people don't know that this is illegal. OG, you know as well as I do. People, I can show it. It's not illegal. It's only illegal if an ex does it. That's not true.
It's not illegal. I did some research. Do you want me to show you specifically? It is not illegal. Any images that were publicly available, Liarboss, don't think we forgot that you made that Twitter account, bitch. Okay? Don't think we forgot that. All right? Those photos, if they were publicly available, they could provide commentary to them. It's a fact.
True. Anybody that does that with the
Now that doesn't mean that I agree with it. All right? That's not what that means. But it's legally allowed.
intent to humiliate or harm emotionally, mentally, it's illegal. It doesn't have to be an ex-wife or an ex-husband,
Whoever said
or
that
it could be anyone.
Whoever said it has
She's pushing narrative at this point in time that they were stolen behind a paywall protected OnlyFans content.
to be an
A bunch of them have. OG's heard them say it too.
Yeah,
I mean, a bunch of them have.
but I will tell you the images have to. Okay, so and this is the best way to put it. Have you guys, if you
Exactly. And Jamie, no, it's not hard to push if it's put out by me. Do you know that most revenge porn victims have sent the photos to someone they trusted?
That's true, but they're not all hookers, are they? With publicly available ads for blowjobs. The fuck? Two completely different situations here.
That's not true. Please don't spread misinformation. That is
All you do is spread misinformation, you lying skank. What are you talking about?
not true.
who me?
No, Jamie said that I can't do it. I can't push it because I put the
Right, Shannon. That's what I'm saying. It's not. I'm never going to agree with that. It's wrong no matter who it is. But if those photos were publicly available, they weren't private images. That's essentially what I'm saying. If they were private images, there could be consequences. They were not private images.
photos on OnlyFans.
Well,
And I was
They sure are still up. Her reviews is still up. And every ad that she has ever posted gets forwarded to the appropriate channels.
saying it doesn't matter if I sent it to.
And she knows it now. That's why she's not posting. She's using her local clientele, which they're onto that too. And it's fucking, she doesn't want to believe me. That's her problem. Her days are numbered.
That person.
Doesn't that make
They
it
were not
OnlyFans
meant to
page,
share
though?
it.
Wait, they're not only on
civilly.
WTF.
Civilly.
I got to correct you on this. They're not just on OnlyFans.
No, they're not.
There is a photo from November of 2020.
I showed that this morning as well.
It wasn't.
I'll show it to you as well.
It wasn't
See?
behind a paywall. So
It was originally.
when did OnlyFans?
It doesn't matter. Okay, listen to me. If you originally, I'll use her wording, if you originally put private content behind the OnlyFans paywall, okay, and then you, the creator, the hooker, takes that photo and then uses it and posts it publicly on an ad to sell your body, you remove the protection of that paywall protected content.
open their paywall.
They don't. So that means whoever the person was that got it, again, paid the subscription fee and took it because that's the only place that video was put.
But doesn't that
Because
make
that is another.
That's OnlyFans property. Doesn't that make it their case?
Yes. Yes, civilly, yes.
Hey, did you forget that you told me that OnlyFans attorneys were dealing with it? So yet again, another question of why you would have needed the fucking money, Kelly.
Their attorneys are handling their stuff civilly for copyright. They will handle that.
So
They
they're
have all the
getting hit for that,
information.
for sure.
Yes,
Regardless,
yes,
they're getting-
yes. Regardless.
So where the fuck do you need the money for the attorney that you stole?
Yes. Yes. Their
Then why isn't
information,
that enough?
what do you mean, why isn't that enough? I don't care anything. The criminal aspect of it.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
I don't want anything they have. They
Yeah,
don't have anything. I don't
didn't think
care.
that. I forgot we were on. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I don't care
I did. You
about
want them
them. It's not
arrested.
about the money.
Yeah,
I
I
want
did.
them arrested and I want them held accountable.
So wait a second. Now, remember, at the very beginning of this, she said that the criminal wasn't going anywhere. When somebody pushed her for the DA, hi, Vicky, for the DA, they were saying the DA would charge. What are you talking about, right? And now it's the opposite. Hi, shifted.
I understand.
That is the point of
That now I'm asking you questions. I don't know this. WTF? And I told you if I could have a OnlyFans site, man, I'd be on there making money. I don't. You know what? I'm proud of you. I'm jealous. Shit.
I don't judge for any of that shit.
Me
Escorting, none
neither.
of it.
Me
Shit,
neither.
anything, girl,
Like-
shit.
Like I said, if you
Do
see
you.
me at a strip club before Christmas, shut your mouth.
Shit, if you see me at one on too much tequila, don't judge me.
Right?
Don't mind me.
My thing is, how do you backtrack
Try
to that?
on you.
So in November, it was on Twitter.
OnlyFans will do that. That's
Okay.
not.
My text message, I'm sure.
All right. That video was uploaded September 4th of 2024.
November 7th, it said. It was timestamped.
This
I
it
didn't
was
watch it,
on.
but you can
Listen
see
to
it
me.
was timestamped.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. The date that it went on
No, you're lying to her and she's trying to correct you.
OnlyFans was September 4th of 2024 is what I'm telling you.
So 3 days later, they downloaded it. So
Do that.
from the legal standpoint,
Correct.
they were able to get it not from behind a paywall because the person that posted it then made it public. So they're responsible.
Correct.
Yes.
Not
So that
Nicole.
person is responsible for
Okay.
that one
Correct.
video. This has been going on for a week. This is not just about.
So you just blew out your entire narrative. If somebody subscribes in 2024 to your paywall protected content and they took a video of you giving a blowjob and uploaded it to Twitter, then the responsibility would be on that person, not from anybody on the internet. Right? The fuck?
one video last night. She's been doing this for a week.
So it wouldn't, the responsibility, I'm talking about the legalities of it, y'all. The responsibility would be on the person that took the paywall protected content in 2024. Just so everybody, I'm on the same page here.
Hey, and no shame in your game. I gotta be honest, no shame in your game. But my understanding,
I disagree. I think all she feels is shame, and that's why she doesn't have the balls to be honest.
Still doing what? OnlyFans?
Yeah.
I never said I stopped doing OnlyFans.
okay,
I said I've not been an escort in several years, which, as Boss Lady said
That's a lie. Just so everybody understands, that's a lie.
herself, everything she said,
that makes sense. So
I've not said.
Hey, Kelly, just a word of advice. Stop using the same wording for every ad you post because that's what makes them easily found. That's how we found the ones when I told you how to report it. Remember? That's how I found them.
I've maintained since January. I told everybody I had an OnlyFans.
There it is again. Remember? I said this then. Remember? You were lying about it being a current thing, Kelly.
It's not illegal.
Hey, those in the chat, I agree. I'd be pissed off if somebody showed my pictures on TikTok. Just because
I
I would,
would,
right.
I would make no money.
You can confirm, okay?
Who's
Hopefully.
Nicole? Nicole?
Nicole,
She meant to say, I haven't sucked a dick in a few hours, so I'm going to have to hurry this up.
Nicole, you,
I don't. Who's she in here?
Is Nicole in here?
Hello.
Nicole, grab a box, but don't be yelling, man.
I can't.
We're
do-
adulting. We are adulting.
Is she in here under her name? I
all
can't.
right, screenshot of when the video was posted. Can you please read that date out for them?
Nicole, she just said when the video was posted.
No, pickle juice. I didn't know about it until this morning when I woke up last night.
Oh, imagine, hold on a second. Imagine throwing all your moral compass out the window, okay? Because you think that you're affecting me over here and not doing a motherfucking thing, but showing that the actual problems that y'all say are the problem with me aren't it. Because if it was about what you say the issues are, you would never be supporting this skank. Continue.
I didn't know there was a video on Twitter. Had I known, then yeah, I didn't know till this morning. I had no idea what anybody was talking about.
So
Yeah, that's the problem, Sailing Nuts, is that she was new to me. She had no idea what she was getting herself into by stealing from my people.
Because I don't get on TikTok.
So you're doing a GoFundMe for $20K for a civil attorney to go after these people.
No.
The
The
20K is not going to pay a district attorney or a police officer to go arrest them.
No. It would be criminal.
You don't need an attorney for criminal, though.
Facts.
Oh, geez, do me a favor. Go check your Instagram.
Okay, guys, I want to add some insight into this if you don't mind.
I'm really confused, W, because my district attorney isn't going to have me hire an attorney. He's going to take that case and run with it.
True.
My private attorney is the one that's been handling it for weeks. I've already paid him $5,000 out of my pocket.
Lie. That's a lie. In the messages with Brian, I don't know if it's in the call or the messages, he says that she was begging him for the part of the tax return because I think she was being evicted currently.
Or the first person.
If
that
this
was
is a criminal case, where are the police, the detectives, the SVU unit, all of these people? Where are they?
They
You're
don't care.
saying you have an attorney doing it.
They don't care.
That's how you got to the attorney, correct?
Yes.
I would sue the
They don't
goddamn
care.
city then.
So what does the DA do when the attorney steps in and handles the situation?
He'll go to court, and my attorney will be a liaison between myself and the district attorney to make sure.
Listen to me, all right? I'm not going to get up on here and say what Chrissy did for a living because it's not my place and I'm fucking better than them, right? But she knows a lot more about this stuff, and Kelly is lying to her. The fact that y'all even think about sitting over there is wild to me. And you think that it's affecting me? It's embarrassing y'all.
That it is prosecuted. And like I said, they won't. The federal stuff won't be done here locally anyway. That'll have its own set of stuff.
I've never heard of the fuckery of an attorney
They won't
co-writing
allow-
a DA. I've never ever heard of
DA
it.
will
And
not
I've worked in
allow-
the
One at
courts.
a time. Shit.
No, I've worked in the courts. I have never seen
True.
an attorney ride the coattails of beside a DA. I'm
That's
just going to say the truth.
I didn't know. He's
And
not going to ride the
this
coattails.
includes, or get assistance or act as a special prosecutor.
That's true.
Because that's ultimately what he would have to be as a special prosecutor.
Correct.
So in order to
Not
have
me
that,
either.
you're talking, it's unheard of. And I've dealt with courts, Boston, Austin, Brighton, Salem, Peabody, Danvers. I'm telling you, I spent 25 years in courthouses,
That's
and I have
true.
never seen an attorney supersede a district attorney.
That's true.
I was
not
about
what
to
I said.
ask. So here's my question. Hang on, Debbie. I'm gonna let you answer even if I got to mute people. If you go to court on a civil and the DA is there because that's the DA's jurisdiction, correct?
Mhm.
So the DA.
I don't know. Civil, I don't know. I've never sued anyone
Correct.
before. I don't know anything
No.
about civil.
So if the DA,
It
does
wouldn't
the
be a
DA, the district attorney, step down and let your private attorney have
No.
their,
No.
like how does that work?
Like I said earlier,
It wouldn't work because the entire thing is a fucking lie. That's why.
okay, for example, if someone is in a car accident and their family member passes away, that family will have a private attorney, not just the district attorney. That family will have a
For a civil case. What are you talking about? And that's not always true. They wouldn't have an attorney for a criminal case. That's not true.
no for charges.
No.
No, the district attorney
They-
handles that, and I'm going to tell you why I know that for.
Correct. But you didn't know, Kelly, at the time that fucking Chrissy this is what she did her entire life. You didn't know that, though. And you tried to gaslight her.
Fact, because my
Private
friend's
attorney
son
would
killed
handle.
someone.
Private attorney would handle wrongful death suit. The DA
They
would
would
pick
hand-
up whatever the criminal caused the death.
Correct.
Okay, well, we'll just do this since
Buddy, I'm
everybody
gonna-
says
I'm
I'm full of
gonna
shit and I'm a liar.
Oh, what happened? What happened, Kelly? Huh? They put it to you as the way that things would have gone, right? And you try to run. Kind of weak bitch shit is that?
I'm
We're
going to
analyzing.
go. I'm going to call. I will make a phone tree tomorrow. And when I have to go meet with my attorney, and you can all be on speakerphone, because like I said, I don't lie. And Psycho Bunny again.
All you fucking do is lie. All you do is lie. You never paid that attorney. You never showed receipts. You took these people's fucking money and you ran. That's what you did. And then you came back on the internet 6 months later like it never happened. I don't care if you think you're going to make fucking videos and lie about Liarboss. The truth is the truth, and the facts aren't going to fucking change. And if the facts change according to who you're asking, then that's a them problem, because the facts will never change. Opinions can change. Facts don't change.
The screenshot I sent you.
Absolutely, it says Monday.
No,
Where did Kelly go?
I gotta be honest. I think she's confusing civil with criminal.
All right, I'm just gonna speak because my mouth hurts. The video was posted on Twitter November 7th, 2024, and I didn't even know who Kelly was till that.
I never said. I never said anything. See,
Okay.
did I say accuse her of?
Hold on a second. All right. Because Kelly is too fucking stupid to understand that video being posted on Twitter. All right. Makes that person that posted it responsible and the person that would be charged if ever there was a case to be had. That removes Nicole, JJ, Fruit Cocktail, BL, whoever else. Okay. That removes all of their culpability, if you will. Okay. So, oopsie.
No, I did not.
Who the fuck was that?
Nicole, the one that's been posting all of my new
This is
photos.
Nicole?
Yes.
Okay, can you not come in here screaming like that? I didn't hear.
Did she post them? I don't know if she posted them or just green screened them, but you know, I don't know which, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Responsibility lies on the person who posted that video on Twitter.
Hear a fucking thing that you said. Like shit. I heard you say goodbye and that was it.
She said
That wasn't even yelling. Like, let's be real. It wasn't yelling for Nicole, I should say.
that
We're
she
having
was
a
not the
civil
first
conversation.
person. That she was not the first person to post that video. Did I say she was?
That's true. But wait a second. This entire live is talking about you and your fictitious cases. All right. But what Nicole just hopped in this box and proved is that the culpability of that video lies on somebody completely different than the person that you stole money from people to get a case on. I really wish I would have watched the entire thing back then, you know?
I said I posted it on September 4th, 2024.
You're not understanding because you're fucking stupid. If you posted that video, the man, whoever the fuck dick you were sucking, that posted it to Twitter is where the breach would have been with that video. Let me be clear. Okay. So all she does is talk in circles. She counts on people being confused.
See, this is where the disconnect comes from with Nicole. She says she got into this because I said she was Judge Judy. I never said that.
No. I don't know that that's what was said. But you do still continue to say that they're Judge Judy. So what are you talking about?
Not once did I say
I
that.
know it was a live with I think it was creative at the time. But I don't know that they were ever posted. But again, I don't keep up with a lot of stuff like that, you know?
As a matter of fact, I said I didn't believe for a second she was involved. And told Stewie what I was told by someone else. And I said, they said she knows the people who are behind it, but take it with a grain of salt.
Wait a second. Skirt. JJ. I don't remember. Hi, Sachi. I don't remember in our DMs, the Facebook Messenger DMs, right? You came to me and said that Nicole was Fruit Cocktail. Hold on. Let me finish my train of thought here so that I can get where I'm going. Because the reason that I left the group chat with Nicole and OG was because, hi, Cindy, was because I was like, wait a second, they're doxing Stewie, right? Follow me. So I removed myself from the group chat because I was like, isn't that like her good friend? Why would she do that to her good friend? So you 100% were telling me that Nicole was part of Judge Judy because I wouldn't have blocked her. That's the reason that I originally blocked her. It was because I was like, wait a second, she's such good friends with Stewie. Like, that's fucked up of her to do that. So you're a fucking liar. You're a liar. going back into my DMs to fucking to go and get those messages, but I know that that's the original reason I blocked Nicole.
She was Judge Judy. Never said she was behind any of those pages.
So I want to know the date. All right. I want to make sure that it was before 4/23. And I'll bet it was, because it was the day that we found out who it was that was behind Judge Judy. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to write it down. I know they would, OG. I think OG Leslie is behind. She would 100% have a victim's advocate. I have a victim's advocate for the cases that I filed here. Hold on. I want to write the date, 4/23/25, 4/39. Yes, she did, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm going to go back in my DMs and see, because I know that that's the reason I blocked Nicole, was because I was like, that's so fucked up to do that to your friends.
Until she started showing her face.
2024. I see it. I'm sorry.
So repeat that again, please.
September 4th, 2024.
Right,
thank you. Thank you. So no, that video is not recent.
Okay, hold on a second, ma'am. You don't even realize you're talking about the photo being recent. Well, no, duh. The fact that it was posted in 2024 just blew your entire narrative out of the box.
I haven't even posted in my OnlyFans since February 18th.
Christy,
Hey, no shame in the game, WTF. I told you if I could, I would.
I mean, people act like
The shame in the game should be the thieving. Just saying. All right. I don't give a fuck. You want to be a sex worker and you do, I don't care about that. It's the fucking stealing from people that I have a problem with. Gina, I'm sorry. I'm being terrible.
I don't have a life, a life outside of TikTok or a life before TikTok. I don't even know how I got to this side of TikTok.
Can I weigh in, please?
You inserted yourself. That's what you did.
Sure.
But goddamn, please.
We were perfectly fine before you, and we will stay perfectly fine after you.
Get me off of it, because I have never seen so many miserable people in my life.
My mastiff, I got a mastiff puppy who is like extremely large, and he's now quiet. So I just wanted to hop in quick. So if you have, there's tons of different platforms where you can have your content hidden behind a paywall. Slushy, Fansly, OnlyFans, anything like that. If it is behind a paywall and the creator chooses to put it on a different platform, that's their choice.
Mm-hmm.
If that image has in fact been downloaded, usually OnlyFans has a watermark. If it's been downloaded from OnlyFans, there should be a watermark on it. Then OnlyFans can go after them. But say like if you...
Is that video watermarked? Does anybody know? Because she's right. She's right. OnlyFans content is watermarked. So if that video came from OnlyFans or downloaded, screen recorded, it would have a watermark. That's an interesting point.
Content you threw on Twitter. I mean, those watermarks are easy to delete though, but I think
no watermark. Ain't that a bitch? So Kelly, can you explain to me how that video also has no watermark if it was behind a paywall?
OF can backtrack to find out who exactly took that image off of off of whose profile.
That is true, by the way. OnlyFans, their stuff is super educated, like their software and their security, super educated.
Correct.
Hundreds on holiday gifts, but okay. Tess, what does that mean? Who are you talking to?
No idea. And somebody said something about Twitter. I do not have a Twitter. I've never posted that video on Twitter.
No, she did not post the video on Twitter. Liarboss posted that video on Twitter.
I don't have a Twitter.
Somebody did November 7th of 2024.
Yeah, the man whose penis she was sucking. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was not me. I don't have Twitter. I have Facebook and TikTok and YouTube.
Right. Exactly, JJ. He filmed the video. Correct.
I don't fuck with IG. I don't fuck with Twitter. I could care less about them. I could care less about TikTok.
Have you requested that profile be taken down with Twitter?
Yes, I have. I sure have. Yes.
Yes. And if you have any questions about the terms and conditions of OnlyFans, and I mean the people that sign up that create these troll accounts to pull these images off and share them, yes, that's a risk that we all have as creators. However, the person that's creating the account to do that is violating the terms and conditions, and OnlyFans is very, very strict about it. And
that is true, but without the watermark, okay. OnlyFans would tell you there's no watermark. It didn't come from our platform. That's what OnlyFans would tell you.
Well, they will snatch you up. Trust me, I know.
Yep,
so
thank
any
you.
questions, girl, hit me up.
Okay, so yeah, let me have you answer this since you seem very knowledgeable in this.
Yes.
Okay, in order for something to be revenge porn, does it have to be done with the intent to humiliate, extort,
Yes.
defame, slander? Does it have to be done?
Fits
Thank
that
you.
criteria, that verbiage, anybody, it could be your aunt, for goodness sake. That criteria, that verbiage, that is revenge P.
Thank you. Because
Correct, but they would have to be private images, Kelly. You missing the private images here or no? They're not private. And not from anybody except you. The fuck?
everybody keeps saying that because me and Nicole have never done it, I guess, before or dated, that's not revenge porn. That's not the case. It doesn't matter who it is.
No, it doesn't matter who it is. You're absolutely correct. But the point of the fact remains that the problem would have the photo with the photos or the content or the images or what the fuck ever would have to be private. Your unbleached asshole is all over the internet.
They have the intent, and intent
Hi, freaking clowns. The fuck?
is proven. That is what matters. It does not matter where the photo came from.
That's not actually true, though. It's not. You would have a much harder time if those images or those videos were publicly available, because if you could put it out yourself, where's the crime? People taking images that you posted yourself anywhere along the line on God's green internet, okay? That takes away the harm. There has to be harm. There has to be a victim.
Just sent those pictures to Nicole privately,
Yep.
and she got mad and turned around and showed them to humiliate me. That
Completely different. That would be if they were private images, it would be very fucking different.
is revenge porn. It's illegal.
That is
Thank you.
You have to be able to tell who the image is of.
Everyone can tell.
It's true. You have to be identifiable in the image.
My tattoos are very visible. My face is visible in most of them.
Okay.
Well, you still do that when you post ads. So, a little strange, but hello.
All right, I'm gonna hop down, ladies. I'll be listening from the comments. I got
But I also have an audio recording of her talking to someone saying that she was doing this to get back at me because I said she was Judge Judy. I never said that. Nicole,
Girl, I'm not digging through my DMs, but JJ, if you want to dig through my DMs, I'm sure it's there.
never said that.
Are you willing to take the GoFundMe down?
Yeah.
This whole thing is wrong. I'm gonna drop.
I don't know. I think if people wanted to donate and you did that's what, if you were doing that privately, I don't know. But the GoFundMe's in shitty taste.
But then
It's
if
a
I
bad
do it
taste.
privately, then everybody's gonna say,
hiding.
oh, well, how much?
You were doing it privately. And what the fuck is the difference? There was no transparency with it anyway. What the fuck?
money do we know? So like I said, I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. And I'm just fucked either way.
I understand.
So-
I just was wondering if you were willing to take it down.
No, the people you fucking stole from are fucked because you continue to deny you did it. The people that you took advantage of their fucking kindness and stole from them are fucked. You don't give a fuck. You don't even have the decency to be honest about it. You get up on this fucking internet and lie about it, spitting right in their fucking faces. And then you think people give a fuck or feel bad for you. Fuck you.
Yeah, it's not about money at all. It's about
In when she comes to me about the Judge Judy thing, right? What she says about Nicole being involved, you being involved, because I said, well, that's fucked up. And that's the day I went to Instagram and I left that group chat.
taking it as far as I can take it and holding them responsible. And the fact that people have a problem with that is astonishing to me.
No, people have a problem with you being a career fucking thief and asking people for 20K. That's what people had a problem with. Don't try to fucking gaslight. Hi, Renee. People had a problem that you were asking for money again. I knew you for 6 fucking months and you had multiple fundraisers for multiple different things, none of which came with transparency. The fuck? No, but she has my DMs.
I don't have a problem with that. It's that amount of money. I support you in
It's that amount of money and she fucking kept it, but yet you sit in her comment section. Embarrassing.
their asses to the wall and publicly shaming you. That's who. I support that completely. It's
Well, I'm gonna publicly shame her every fucking chance I get until she gets on this bitch and is honest with the fucking people that she fucking stole from. Gross. What's up, Dirty Smith? Thank God. One of the people that donated to her GoFundMe was going to give her a very large amount of fucking money. Thank God they didn't. Thank God.
it's the money for me. But other than that, I support you standing on what you believe in. You should. If you shouldn't, you would be a weak bitch. And I understand you're not that person. I just think that 20 is out.
It's good to know that you feel that way, so you share other people's children. Yeah, it's weird.
Outrageous. And I'm
like
that's
I
just
said,
my opinion. I'm sorry.
They're me away and silence me and make it to where I can't do anything. That is their entire intent.
I understand that. I understand they are trying.
Nobody gives a fuck. The things that you say aren't affecting anybody. You embarrass yourself more than you affect other people.
We're messaging people behind the scenes, friends of mine yesterday. Nicole was telling them not to donate to me for this.
Nicole,
and I've got the text messages to prove it.
How can you come on?
Nobody should have donated to you. Nobody should have donated to you. You stole their money. You could get up on this internet and say you didn't. You could get up on this internet and show another fucking bullshit receipt. It isn't going to change the facts.
On here and just scream like a 3-year-old and run out of the room. Like, what did you even say?
And look, think about it. I've never even done anything to her. I've never even talked ill about her until all this happened. I defended her for weeks after and her Happy Mommy Watson and I were in Nicole's box one night, and it was back in January, and I told my whole story about how I used to be an escort, how I was an addict, how I went sat in a prison, yada, yada, yada. And at the end of that, I told her, I said, Nicole, I used to say that nothing that you did would make me like you. I said, but now that I respect you for saying that.
You'll sit with anybody that'll take you. Let's be real, okay?
And ever since that night, I defended her for weeks and weeks and weeks, defended her, told people, where with this? This was not about this.
Maybe it's the fact that you were fucking lying, huh? People could have a problem with you being a liar. No, probably not.
Yeah, this was about the things that Boss Lady and Fruit Cocktail were doing. It didn't involve Nicole. It didn't involve Creative. It didn't involve Eddie. No one brought them up in any of this. They put themselves in it. And now Nicole.
So you're allowed to have an opinion on other people, but other people can't have opinions on you? That's what it sounds like to me. Because you inserted yourself into the Liarboss situation. Nobody even knew who the fuck you were. You inserted yourself, tagging people like me and Raggedy constantly. Why? Because you wanted our attention, because we had larger platforms than you. That's why. Right? The fuck are you talking about? People don't have to be okay with the fact that they knew who you were for 6 months and you had 3 or 4 separate fundraisers. That's a pattern.
Fortunately, has been made the fall person, because Boss Lady only showed pictures she made using my face. She never showed the real ones publicly. Nicole did. That's fucked up. And I hope that when they come to ask questions, that she tells the truth.
Take your own advice, you lying skank. What the fuck? Imagine this weird bitch that can't tell the truth if her life depended on it. Talking about anybody else being honest. You're both the same people. What are you talking about? You both have long records. Imagine Liarboss's record being better than yours, because I would take Liarboss's record over yours any day of the week. A thief is a thief is a thief is a thief. Period.
So
I hope she does.
So did her and Krista fall out because of all this?
They had a falling out. I didn't even know they had a falling out until any of this started. I didn't even know that they were not talking then. And that's why I was telling them, I was like, I don't believe Nicole would do that. She's y'all's best friends. And they said, well, we had a falling out. And I said, I didn't know that. I didn't. I don't talk to them like that behind the scenes that often. But apparently there was a falling out. I don't keep up with people's personal lives. It's not.
If I remember correctly, the falling out had to do with the Judge Judy thing, right? I'm almost positive.
Not my business.
Silly rabbit, you know you're.
He will.
Right. She never showed up to the Nicole hearing. I'm not gonna do it today, but we're gonna get there. I'll do this all fucking week. Neither one of y'all are gonna get on this internet and lie.
But he probably doesn't fucking want to.
But I mean, I had no idea they had a falling out. They were posting pictures of Stewie and Stewie's name and her face, and
that is true. Okay, so that's true. You did say that Nicole was Judge Judy, because right there is the reason that I blocked her.
telling people things about her too that was nobody's business, and that was her best friend.
Why am I jump down? Here's my advice to everybody. Get off the app. Take a break.
Amen.
Go out. Go to your
Amen. Don't take people's money, Kelly.
local animal shelter. Go walk some dogs. Go to your homeless shelter. Maybe, help fix the food. Go out, do some community stuff.
Amen.
That is my wise words.
I see
for me
you
to drop.
know,
Yeah. I'm dropping too. I've had my child sitting here in the car for 45 minutes while I stand outside and talk on the phone.
Imagine making your child wait because you got to get into a live and fucking try to gaslight the internet and people that know about legal situations so that you could steal money to not pay your rent and get evicted anyway. Wild.
OG, call me real quick, please. OG, I really need to show you this video of Seppi.
Okay.
Yeah. She attempted, don't do it, villain. She attempted to gaslight OG. OG already knew the truth.
All right, bye, PD.
Bye.
Yep.
That was wild.
Mm.
And left
I'm
me with all
telling
these
you.
people.
Good luck with
Well,
that.
Andy, were you live? I forgot. Shit. Sorry. I got carried away in here.
All right. So
That was crazy.
we all heard her say, right? Let's see how many times the story changed. All right, I'll do the Dropbox stuff and then I will end and we will pick it up again tomorrow because no, absolutely the fuck not, dude. I want you to know, Kelly, that posting that recording, no matter what you think, was fucked up. Okay? I can't fucking stand Liarboss, all right? I would never trap those conversations. All right. I was trusted. Okay. And you did not have permission to conversations. Okay. You didn't affect Liarboss. Everybody knows what a piece of shit she is. You affected her kid. So I hope for all the fucking time that you sit on this fucking internet talking about how people are hurting your kids, you feel fucking good about yourself. Because you're actually the one that did hurt the kid, right? Real fucked up. I don't care. I don't give a fuck that it is Liarboss's kid, all right? I don't give a fuck. You did not have permission to share that conversation, and you did it anyway. For what? For what? I want to know what the fuck the point was. Nobody believes Liarboss. The fuck? Nobody listens to a fucking word that Liarboss says. And for anybody that was hanging around Liarboss and is listening to Kelly, y'all need to do some research. Americans, I know you won't because you don't really know what research is. But, amen, two of a kind. Lord knows she needs it. God, embarrassing as fuck. Hold on a sec. I'm just going to wrap up this section of it. That way I could start with something different tomorrow. Yeah, I know, D-Mac. That's special. But, it's my favorite thing, honestly. Because I'm this, I'm that, I'm the other thing, I'm this thing, I'm the other thing. And then they sit with Kelly, they embarrass themselves, and it looks crazy. They look crazy. All right. Here we go. All right. Yeah. Gabby would be crazy to listen to Kelly, but we all know. Okay. So I want to start with the GoFundMe. I'll wrap up the GoFundMe situation and then I'll start again tomorrow. Oh, look, here are the refunds. We'll talk about that. Yeah, here we go. Now, after listening to what we just listened to, all right, here we go. All right. My name is Kelly. Hold on. Let me open it bigger for y'all. Thank you. What happened? Where'd it go? Here we go. All right. This is Kelly's GoFundMe. All right. My name is Kelly, but I'm known as WTF on TikTok and YouTube. On January 23rd, 2025, I received the first text to my phone, which threatened the life of not only myself, but both of my minor children, and it didn't stop there. Who's got those texts? I'm pretty sure they were a hooker or maybe a wife, you know. Since that date, I had numerous texts to my phone full of vile, disgusting messages, men sent to my home for sex while my 6-year-old was home from school due to the over-explaining, Kelly. Perfect example, okay? I've had my OnlyFans photos stolen that were behind a protected paywall and copyrighted that was shown on a TikTok live on more than one occasion and still being shown. They've made recent ads in the last 2 to 3 weeks on adult websites to send random men to my home, to which I've had to file police reports and applications for warrants against them. This is true. She did file those reports, but she was manufacturing the evidence to file said reports. Okay? So far, there are 5 known women behind these pages. Well, that's weird. Didn't you just say you didn't blame Nicole for being that page? What page? What pages are you talking about? Huh? I don't even know. And 4 of them I've never spoken on or about. Since gaining, oh my God, dominating, y'all. Who does this remind you of? Since gaining a small amount of traction on TikTok, girl, you're giving Liarboss vibes in that very statement. The fuck? I've always been open and honest about my history with adult work, addiction, and past crimes, to which they have now taken and used to slander and defame my name. Do something about it. Do something about it, Kelly. Yes. I am making this GoFundMe because I am indeed a single mother of 2 children that already struggles. You left out the fact that you're a hooker. That's how you were supporting your kid. You left that out. But hey, you know, what do we know? It's crazy. Hold on. Finn, it's all right. Finn is not going to bother you. Finn, lay down. Finn just jumped up. I want to talk about these. Okay. I know, it's so annoying, isn't it? I struggle with bad grammar. Remember this, Kelly? Remember this? I bet you wish I didn't. I bet you really wish I didn't have these. Okay? This was a post that Kelly posted to her YouTube channel on the post tab. Okay? For those that have been following me for the last 2 months or so are probably aware of the situation I've had to go through lately. All you did was talk about it. Are you joking? How could anybody not be aware of it? Unfortunately, it has gone from 2 women harassing and stalking me to 5. One of the women has posted nude photos of me all over TikTok and YouTube. I've had to make a GoFundMe because I cannot afford to take on all 5 women out of my own pocket at $5,000 a person for an attorney. I covered the original $5,000 for representation weeks ago. That's a lie. Not once did I anticipate people who had nothing to do with any of this getting involved. This is a lie. All right. I have told my story many times on this app. There it is. Right. But I already told you guys this. She does it all the time. All right. All the time. I am not ashamed of my past. It's a present, and you obviously are ashamed if you can't be fucking honest about it. I do not like to accept or ask for help, but I have no option. Do you believe in punctuation? Because Lord, okay, you don't like to ask or accept help? All you did was ask people for shit. What are you talking about? I really want to see this all the way through and have every legal avenue open for me to push this to the furthest extent of the law. Hold on. This is no longer about me. It's about the ones who have come before me and the ones that will come after. If an example is not set on these apps, you are not it, babe. All right. Listen to me. Nobody wants you to be the example of fucking anything. Maybe can you be the example of fucking unchapped lips and properly blended eyeshadow? Can you do that? Oh my God. Fucking embarrassing in hindsight, y'all. Sorry, I lost it. What these grown women are doing is gross, and they continue to make up lies as they go along, but never show proof. I've shown proof to back up everything I said that you made, that you manipulated, because Kelly is one of those people that will say certain things in text so that she could use that screenshot. That doesn't mean it's true. All right. Yet I'm still told I'm making all this up despite police reports, warrants applications, stamps on the legal notice. I set my GoFundMe goal to, let me go this way, I think. This way? Well, let's just play Russian roulette and hop through them. How about that? Here it is. What's this? Weird. Weird, huh? I knew once I took a public stance against that GoFundMe, she was done. I knew it. There was no way around it. All right. You want to talk about these, Kelly? These are our text messages when you lied to me about the Brian call and the text being fake, remember? Did he talk to them? No. Look at the link she'll go to lie. I went through his phone and he didn't know what I was doing. He hasn't talked to anybody. I offer, give him my number and tell him to call me, ask if I could record and I'll address it for you. Weird. Right? Don't, in my opinion. Okay. Let's continue. These are my texts with Kelly. I said, wait a second. So he did or he didn't? Because she's so dumb that she sent me the text of him like essentially saying something about it. She said, no, he didn't. And I'm giving her ways to disprove things, right? Get the Cash App transaction number. She says, I went through all his shit, all through it. And he had no idea until I was done why I even asked for his phone. So he didn't have time to delete anything. And I never touched his shit because I don't care. Well, that's a lie because you were actively fucking him at this point. Okay. I said they've manufactured Cash App receipt before. That's true. Liarboss and Crazy Bitch one time manufactured a Cash App receipt saying somebody was paying Lisa Richard. She said, we use Apple Pay. I said, okay. So then your Cash App history would not have the transaction. All right. She said, I specifically told him for a month, don't use Cash App because I'm in the negative, to use Apple Pay if he sends anything. No, it's negative. I said, yeah, because I sent the PayPal. Weird. I sent you money on PayPal. Still $200, but let's continue. Hold on. She sends me the Cash App history. I said, send me your history with him. Like, not the whole list, just his transactions. There they are. Okay. I was trying to compare them at the time, right? Click the contact because she's trying to manipulate me. No. Click the contact so it shows the total. It should be different than the one that they posted. Surprisingly. Okay. Give me a minute. It takes me to the original transaction. I'm on the phone with the PD again. All right. She completely changes the conversation. All right. This is Officer Brown. He's the only one taking any of this seriously. Well, I wonder why they weren't taking it seriously. Could be because you were lying. There's his email. If you have anything, you can add it there. Wait a second. I thought that you didn't. That's weird. You know, send me the judge's name when you get a chance. I was planning on writing her a statement until I found out that she fucking manipulated the entire fuck out of the situation and stole from people, which is why I decided then and wrote that fucking letter then, as well as I wrote that letter for Fruit Cocktail, which was never a secret, by the way. Send me the judge's name. Also, they didn't count on me giving Johnny my Ring login 2 weeks ago. What does that mean? All you have to do is turn it off. We know that Brian was there, but you were lying about it here. Okay? You were lying, sending me, right? We haven't been using Cash App at all. Weird. Do you remember the date you came into my box and I said, take it legal, deal with it on the back end? Weird. May 24th. Listen, everybody that gave her money and didn't get a refund, comment it in the chat, please. I'm getting there. This video has audio, Kelly. Why does that video have audio, Kelly? But I thought that the camera was broken and didn't have audio. You know, super weird. Super weird. But hey, what do we know? You know, I find it weird. Call me crazy. We're going to get to that video too. Because she 100% lies. All right. This is just the ending of what I just read. Okay. This one is important. Yes, it pisses me off, Shannon. It really pisses me off. I don't know what she thought. Like I was just going to forget that she stole from my people. I don't know. She should have done more research because that's fucking embarrassing. I do not expect to raise 20K or anywhere close to that, but that is the total amount needed for the remaining 4. You're a liar. I'm astonished at how many people don't realize you need legal representation anytime you are going to court about something. You didn't need to go to court for anything. What are you talking about? You did not need to go to court. Allegedly, you're the victim, right? Attorneys handle all the legal red tape, open doors that aren't necessarily open to a private citizens, and help guide discussions with the DA and prosecutor. I never heard of that. You're a liar. Well, yes, I could go and do all of it myself, but I know nothing about the law. Maybe you should have chose something else to use to grift, because a lot of us do know about laws. Except what I have researched myself about revenge porn or have been told by my attorney and other private citizens that have had to deal with it themselves. I apologize if I let you down by making a GoFundMe, but I have to protect my children at all costs. And if that means asking for help, so be it. When were you not asking for help, though? Am I crazy? Because I know that y'all followed her a lot more than I saw. You were always asking for something, bitch. Always. Crazy. I am not awareness. I have never been an awareness creator. No, you're a clout chaser. And then you use other people's credibility to steal from people. That's what you are. Just so you know. I don't know if you know that, but I'm just letting you know. Okay. I'm not sure why people seem to think I am. I have only ever done comedy and talked about my animals. I've posted the GoFundMe info at the top. It is also in my link tree on TikTok or on the short here on YouTube. Of course, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Facts. And that's the crazy thing. I wouldn't have cared about her being an active hooker, but she lied to me about it. And then stole from people. So that's why she gets what she gets. And she could stay upset. I don't give a fuck. Okay. Let's continue. Why do you have none of these people anymore, Kelly? As I said the day before yesterday, I won't be addressing any of this anymore. She never stopped addressing it. All right. If anyone hasn't noticed, every time I stop talking, no, this is you just trying to gaslight the people into believing your version of events. You never stop talking about it. This first paragraph is straight bullshit. Straight bullshit. If you don't believe me, isn't that my name right there? First. My name is First, right? But you didn't do any of that, huh? You never put my name into things or used my name to give credibility to your bullshit, right, Kelly? Isn't that what you said? Oh, weird. Crazy. But you don't have stalkers. You don't have me, and you don't have anybody else that's sat around here because they all know exactly what you are. As the saying goes, also, do you have, I'm not going to do it. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. I don't know what to tell y'all. If you don't believe actual physical proof, yet believe people that admit to lying, leaving things out, doctoring videos, having login links, etc. I'm here to tell you that I have never admitted to a motherfucking thing, and I always tell the truth no matter who it's about. And I am here to tell you, I don't care if it's Liarboss. You're not going to get up on here and lie about anybody to deflect from your own shitty actions. Okay? I'm not going to take it. All right, let's continue. Also, to those of you that don't understand that OF and escorting are not the same, OF is for adult content, which sometimes creators collab on. That's what the entire site is about. That in no way makes it escorting, but you are escorting. Do you want me to give you the exact dates that I have of your ads since last year? Because I can. Sorry, where was I? For those that can't grasp why I am having to retain an attorney as a victim. Oh, yeah, they can't grasp it? No, you can't grasp that people are fucking calling you out. See, you're lying and you're fucking grifting. And this is what you do. You turn it about them. Get the fuck out of here. What a dumb skank. Right, Shannon. I would work 2 and 3 jobs before I got on the internet and acted like this. I lost my place. I'm sorry. There are things that have been done to my kids that I cannot speak publicly on, but numerous people know the truth. Why is the GoFundMe set at $20K? Because that is the full amount. You heard that, right? Full amount. No, it wouldn't. That case would cost you at least $100K. You're a fucking liar. Okay? Because that's the full amount it would cost me for the other 4 women who jumped on the bandwagon with BL. I have already paid. Where's the receipt? Weeks ago for representation. Where's that receipt, Kelly? Huh? You said you were going to be transparent. What happened? Fucking crazy. Hi, Ray Ray. Ain't that crazy? Weird. You know? For the harassment, stalking, terroristic threats, etc. Well, that's weird because the stalking was a lie. We all know that. Where's the harassment? I want to see harassment that you weren't taking part of, and I fucking told you that too. It isn't harassment if you're an active participant. Naps, we talked about that, right? That was $5K out of my pocket that I had intended paying my rent with a little bit of a dry bag there. Also, I want you to know, you see this space before that exclamation point? That's how you rat yourself out a lot on your accounts that you don't want people to know are you. Also, I want you to know what a piece of shit you are. The BL's kid asked you to take that fucking video down. All right? That's her. What kind of piece of shit are you to fucking post a recording of somebody else's kid and then they ask you to remove it and you ignored that request? Victimizing yourself. She's the victim here, not your skank bitch ass. The fuck is wrong with you? That kid asked you to take down something that should have never been made public to begin with. Absolutely disgusting. No one should ever have to go through this over a stupid app. However, had I only put 5K as the goal, well, now here she is, repeating the same very thing she said in that live, right? Liars do this, just so you know. Liars do this to, oh, good call, Ryan. Good call. Hold on a second. Disgusting what she did to that kid. And you embarrassed her for what? Nobody fucking believes a word Liarboss says. There was no fucking point in that. No. All right. Anyway, I'm sorry I got distracted. However, that's exactly what she said. Do I expect to raise 20K? Absolutely not. I don't even expect to raise 5, but I'm trying to get as close as I can because I'm a greedy, lazy, fucking lying hooker. Okay. Because I don't have money like that. I'm a single mother. I don't get financial help. You sell your ass. That's what you were going to Dawn's house to sell your ass. You and other hookers use Dawn's house. How would I know that? You're not the only one. Y'all are going to get that man. No, you are going to get that man in trouble because you were the one that the investigation started with. You're going to send that old man to fucking jail. Disgusting. Money, you don't get child. Didn't Brian give you like 15,000 in 3 months? What money I have is the money I earn myself. Well, you didn't pay your fucking rent with it. So, like, what were you actually doing here? Honestly, you weren't paying your rent. Where was the money going? What money I have is the money I earn myself, whether it be OF, TikTok, gifts, my full-time job, or legal self-owned business. But again, if I had to escort again due to my kids, you see, she does this too now. She will say, if I wanted to sell my ass, I would. Nobody gives a fuck. It's the stealing that people have a problem with. Duh. Dawn's getting exposure. It's sad that she's gonna wind up getting him jammed up. I take care of my kids no matter what, right? With the needle in your arm in the bathroom, right? I'm just wondering, where do you dispose of those shops, Kelly? I'm just wondering. You know? Some of y'all keep getting hung up on the word OnlyFans. The only thing that OF concerns is copyright infringement and other copyright law. It was never about OnlyFans. Well, it's your words that get people confused because it's like a fucking verbal diarrhea and none of it makes any sense. And then when people ask you questions, you're being attacked, right? Weird. This was her response to me saying that I did not support her GoFundMe, but now pay attention, all right? She deleted this account and then came back. So, like, really, I have been stalked online and in real life, harassed online and in real life. If you really had a case, it would have been done something with it. Ask me how I know. But is there outrage? Look, you see the space in between the exclamation point? Kelly's known for that. But is there outrage on the streets over that? Nope. Only outrage that I made a GoFundMe to help me cover the initial part of legal expenses. Well, wait a second. In the post that I just read, it says that it covered the whole thing. So do you see why people are confused? It's because you're fucking lying, all right? And then you don't like it when people straighten you out. I wasn't aware that the vast majority of people had no idea that someone needs a private attorney. That's a lie, but here she is repeating it. That doesn't happen, Kelly. I've had accusations made against me to people that can snap their fingers and take away my children and my freedom. Why didn't you get clean then? You continued using drugs. You continued selling your ass. You moved a fucking stranger that you didn't know into your home with your kid, and both of y'all committed domestic violence against each other. But you're so worried about safety, right? You're so worried about that, right? Get the fuck out of here. This is why nobody takes you fucking seriously. This is why. However, God forbid I made a GoFundMe with the total amount of putting just a small amount, whatever. The ones who acted this way towards me that I have never been anything but kind to and had your back, shame on you. No, bitch, shame on you. Because I was never anything but fucking kind to you until I asked for receipts and you fucking ignored me. All right? And now you get on the internet and lie about me because I get up on here and tell the truth about you. We ain't the same, bitch. Let's continue. Okay. I didn't ask anyone to endorse my GoFundMe. I am an adult. I don't need anyone's permission. Nobody said you needed permission. But you leave out this Tracy Lely money that you took to pay your rent, and I guess didn't because you got evicted anyway, but whatever. Here we go. I love this one, y'all. I love this one. For those who claim I have a long history of scamming, my middle name does not start with an H. It starts with an R. I am not the only person in the U.S. or even my town with the name. Make sure you know the facts first, bitch. I know the facts. All right? I know the facts. You collected money for that missing persons organizations for bracelets and t-shirts and bumper stickers, I think. You stole that money and replaced it. That's what the money orders were for, okay? You have stolen from your jobs, iPhone, right? You stole a bunch of iPhones from the Verizon store that you told us that you were the manager at, right? You stole from TikTok. You stole from people privately. Get the fuck out of here. Weird. So weird. I bet you didn't think I had these, though. You want to know why I was saving them? It is your right to do so. Why did you steal from people then? What do y'all think GoFundMe is used for? Not optional fucking legal things. To sit there and no one use it. I'm not pocketing any of the money. I won't see a penny of it. You are a motherfucking liar. You're a liar. Not a single fucking penny went to Jay Brimberry. You're a fucking liar. But let's continue, shall we? Because this is great. The disgusting behavior calling me a scammer is absurd. I did a single, that's not true. You did 2 separate fundraisers for a stray cat that then wound up not to be your stray cat, right? I was on live until they took her back at the vet and showed all the receipts. You did show receipts, but you never showed in and out receipts. You never posted in and out receipts. And didn't Brian pay for the vet? So do you think that getting money from people to pay for one thing and then it not going to where it's supposed to go, and then your ex fucking whatever the fuck he is, current, whatever, for him to pay the bill, where did the money go? That is legitimately scamming. That's exactly what scamming is. What? That's exactly what it is. 2 people paying for the same thing is the definition of scamming. What are you talking about? Wild. I've never asked for anything else on that app. That's a lie. That's a lie. You had a wish list the second that you even started doing satire. Okay. I didn't even do the stuff for Rosie without giving something in return, which is a satirical psychic reading. If they wanted one, they donated. There was no set amount to get one. Well, that's weird because I played the video a couple of weeks back of you doing just that, right? And you said that there was this much for the x-ray and this much. And how the fuck did we get to it being about teeth? The cat's teeth. Because that's what you say now. It was never about the cat's teeth to us. It was the pregnancy, right? So how did we get from A to B? Some of y'all are gross and apparently have no common sense at all. Can't read and can't hear, I guess. Yeah, God forbid people ask you fucking questions because your verbal diarrhea doesn't make sense. Also, for the idiots saying I made this GoFundMe in February, y'all are idiots for real. I had no idea this was even TikTok related until speaking with Raggedy in fucking March. Girl, what? Triangulation. The Raggedy situation was completely different, number one. Okay. And that's not, you weren't even involved when Raggedy and I started popping off with BL. So anyway, super weird. But what do I know? These are all the fake police reports. Oh, Kelly, where's the sound for this video? I want it. I want it. Where's the sound for this video? Also, Liarboss, I never, ever said this man was at the house to RAPE her and her kid. That never came out of my mouth. Prove it. Prove it. Not a blending brush in sight. Why does this not have sounds? Because this is the same camera that you recorded this other video on, isn't it? You know, Kelly, you might want to, just my advice, you might want to change up this script right here. It's how I find your ads every fucking time. Just so you know. Just so you know. Super weird, but we did this one already. It's gross, the makeup. Hold on, y'all. Oh my God, this is going to take me forever to get through, you know? This is me telling Johnny that he should leave. Hi, villain. Hope you're having a good weekend. I hate to bother you, but I'm seriously conflicted. What do you think about these texts and calls that were leaked? I just need to know how to feel about this, and it's driving me a little bit crazy. I was at Disney that weekend, if you remember correctly. I said I haven't seen them. I know about them and context, but I haven't seen them for myself. I'm more concerned with the fact that I texted Kelly yesterday. It was a Saturday. And I asked her for receipts for the GoFundMe, and that text was ignored. I was thinking of texting you this morning because from context, it sounds like Kelly hasn't been clean, and I was worried about you being in a bad situation. It's not good, that's for sure, but I haven't seen any of it for myself. I've been in Orlando all weekend. Super strange, right? This is prior to my original live calling her out, okay? That Monday. I didn't know that. She didn't say anything to me, so none of this is good. I just wanted to know if those texts were fake. She was telling Johnny that they were fake as well, just like she told me, right? I said, I haven't seen them, but from what I've heard, they are. He said, I'll ask her about the GoFundMe. I'm not happy all this popped off when I gave up my whole life to be here. You're not stupid, Johnny. I think this is a bad idea for you. I'm your friend and I will support you. But if I didn't at least say that, I'd feel terrible. Weird. I reached out to you for that reason. I trust you over anyone. So wait a second. Both of y'all trusted me until I put my fucking foot down and told you, just because you hang out over here doesn't give you a free pass to do the shit you're doing. If anything, the people that I hang out with, I expect them to be better, do better. So I'm just wondering, that's what it looks like to me. You know, it just looks like both of y'all trusted me with everything until I started asking questions. Weird. Anyway, let's continue, shall we? I said, you're not stupid, Johnny. I think this is a bit, I read that one. I said, I don't know specifics because I'm being drugged into everything. I have a call today with someone that I trust, and I really think I'm leaning towards moving on, retiring. But there were things mentioned in those texts only Kelly knew. And that's true. He said something feels off. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I said, listen, if something feels off, cut it off now before it's too late. No one knew where we were meeting for the kitten. And in Brian's text, she is talking to him about where we met for the kitten, right? He said, I just told her to be honest with me. That's it. I wouldn't have cared. Hi, Brandy. I said, listen, I know you're in a tough spot. I get that. But at the same time, this can be very bad because of the spot that you're in. I get that because I'm the same way. Her not even responding to my last text is pretty telling. Now I'm left holding up the bullshit. No matter what, if they're honest, at least you can trust their words. How'd that work out for you, Johnny? He said, exactly. That's all I wanted. I said, apparently the ex paid for the vet bill, which would be a serious issue because she fundraised for the cat. So where did that money go? He said, I'm going to ask her about the GoFundMe because now I want to know. I said, it doesn't look good at all. He said, when this happened, she deleted her apps. Why run if they were fake? That's true. After the Brian stuff started ramping up a bit, that's when she deactivated. Super weird, but whatever. I said, even still, it's not right to post her nudes again on the internet, but the money, there's a problem with. My mods watch the text. They say it's 100% her. He said, I had a feeling it was true. I said, is she telling you it's not? She said they're fake, and it didn't look that way to me. Ain't that crazy? How lovely, Lori. I said, yeah, I don't think that's true. That side wouldn't have known where we were meeting for the cats. That's true. Kelly would have been the only one that knew that information. He said, I just wanted honesty. I said, I get that, but I don't know if you're going to get it there. He said, yeah, a few things didn't make sense. I told her I won't get mad. I want truth. I have a code, and I won't bend that code for anyone. That didn't age well. I said, I'm concerned about their using. You're in a difficult spot emotionally, and being anywhere near that is not good. He said, I haven't seen, so he did call me, I think a couple of days after this, and he told me he found blotted paper towels in the bathroom, and he wasn't stupid. He knew what that meant. Okay. This is before that. He said, I haven't seen anything like that. I've been to the clinic with her every day. I told her how I feel about drugs in general. I won't even go near pot. I said, I almost texted you yesterday morning, but I didn't. I don't want to come across as I'm trying to make you change your mind. It's just altogether not a good thing. That's possible too, but it appears that there was use recently. He said, I'm going to try to talk to her one more time. I appreciate you. I really do. I said, I mean, it's crazy she didn't answer my text. If I post receipts for public fundraising, everybody should be posting receipts. I said, so in the text, she says she can't stay clean in Albany. The ex said something about her using while he was on the phone. I don't know if he's credible either. He said, absolutely. I went at Danny for the same thing. Aren't you quite the hypocrite? Huh? I told her, don't make me that person. I won't be a hypocrite. Well, again, that didn't age well. Just saying. I said, yeah, it's a lot. I won't watch the videos because it'll just piss me off, I'm sure. But the ignoring of my text is crazy. He said, I really didn't know she did that. I said, I very much still stand on the criminal stuff because this is before I started digging around and realized that she manufactured all of those police reports in order to steal from people. He said, I didn't know any of that. I'm sorry. I said, the money is something completely different. I got her out of being called out for the Lily money, and now I'm in the middle of it because there's still money owed. That's the money I paid back. Right? Kelly, the half-assed receipt you made Sober Blondie post and embarrassed her? Yeah, that's embarrassing. He said, I told her, just be honest, we could fix it. That's all. I said, well, I think that's what should dictate it then. He said, it absolutely is. I don't know much about it, but I'm going to find out. I said, listen, those calls are definitely him, but he's probably pissed off. John did the same shit when I blocked him. He said, I didn't listen to the calls. I see the text. They didn't look fake to me. I told her something was going on before I got here. I understand. Just be honest and we could fix it. But if you're going to lie about it, then you're going to lie about other stuff, and that's what hurts. And that's it. Relationships should be built on that foundation. Weird. I said, agree. I don't know. I can't tell you how to feel or what to think, but it doesn't look good. Thank you. I appreciate you. Weird. I reached out because I needed somebody to be honest. I really appreciate you. But now I'm the liar, right? I'm the liar, not y'all, right? It's a shitty situation. All of us are in a shitty situation, and she kind of just left us here to deal with it. Kind of fucked up. He said, that's what I said. I asked her not to delete her apps. I said, it looks bad. It looks like there's something to hide. I said, yep. I told her we are going to sit down and talk about it, and I mean all of it. I want the truth, and if I feel she's lying, I'm going home and see if I could salvage any of my life because I gave it up to be here. I said, I'm sorry. He said it would be different if she had been honest from the jump. I didn't care what she did before I got here, and she knows what I gave up to be here. The least she can do is be straight with me. My family was pretty mad. I left so soon after my mother passed. I gave all my other work to other contractors. I rushed this because she wanted to. I gave her that. Now she can give me honesty. And if not, then I got to go. I won't bend that code for anyone, no matter how I feel about them. That's embarrassing. I said, I truly am sorry, and I hope that she's honest about it. I just don't have a good feeling about it. This is Monday, June, I want to say 4th. Okay. We just got back from the police station, so I didn't have a chance to speak with her. She knows this is eating me up, though. The police asked us both not to post anything until after the court date. I don't know what to do, villain. I think I really fucked up. I want to believe her so bad, but I used my head and not my heart. I said, my gut says leave. I said, I'm sorry. I just posted on Facebook that I'm done. I asked her for receipts. There is zero reason why she can't send them to me. He said, thank you, villain. I said, I don't know why she can send me anything but proof of where that money went. I'm being attacked left and right for her shit. He said, I asked her to. She said she will send you everything after she meets with the lawyer. I told her none of this is making any sense. Just do it and be done. She keeps saying I had access to the ring cam, and I did, but I couldn't see inside the place. There goes that lie, Kelly. So what does that prove? There's just so much, all of it hurts. I said, I don't know, man. There's just so much that I didn't know about. And I really hate the pattern, that patterns are a thing. I just hate to judge off that, but apparently there's a history. Imagine. I said, no, I know you had access to the ring camera, but I don't know what that entails, you know? He said the cameras were just outside. Sorry, I couldn't see inside. So I don't know if they were doing what he's saying. I said, the truth is he's an ex. It's not as much as words, I believe. It's the things he says. I'm sorry. The things she was saying that are concerning. Ain't that crazy? Well, I asked her to please send you everything tomorrow after she meets with the attorney. She never met with that attorney. Please let me know if she does. If not, I'm leaving because right now you're the only person I trust 100%. I told her that this could be fixed and I just want to send you the proof and be done. I said, okay, I'll let you know. Weird. Well, unfortunately, because of this, I don't know that many trust me. That's what you wanted. It backfired on you. He's apologizing for Kelly's behavior, by the way. I'm really having second thoughts about this. It's little weird shit. I get here and he pulls this shit. And if they were together and she didn't tell him until last minute, then that basically means I'm a homewrecker. And I'm not okay with that. I said, I don't know about a homewrecker. From what I understand, their relationship is transactional. It's not fair to me. If I post receipts, I expect those I associate with to do them as well. I'm left cleaning up the mess and I'm not okay with it at all. Isn't that weird? So strange. 6:30, no text or receipts, and I'm not chasing her around for it. Right? No, she didn't. And I'm just letting you know that if there are no receipts, I will call the police myself. Those people trusted me and they believed her. It's shitty to put people in this position, but I would do it to anyone. Excuse me. Wrong is wrong. I know, and I'm sorry. The only reason I'm telling you this because you asked. You're a good dude, and I'm going to be honest, you don't deserve it. Apparently, the ex said something about her shooting into her hands. I saw her in person, and I think I would have noticed fresh tracks. I don't know about the things that he said. I still haven't watched the first video, but the money and the inability to show receipts is a problem for me. If she had an attorney, if she gave an attorney $5,000, receipt would be easy. I have every single receipt for every single fundraiser sitting in Dropbox. Transparency is everything. People don't harass me about it because I show receipts. It took me years to build my reputation, and I'm not going to ruin it for someone I don't even know and it appears has lied to me. If you need help getting out of there, let me know and I'll make it happen. I know that you want to believe her because so did I. There's just too many red flags at this point. Weird. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Well, guess what? Take this as notice that I don't give a fuck who you are. Friend, associate, not friend, okay? If you are hanging around me and think that that gives you a fucking pass to steal from people or lie to people, you're wrong. That's not what that does, okay? Oh, you're good. All right? This is a donor, Kelly. In your comment section, get on this app and say you fucking refunded everybody. You're a liar. Liar. Here's the money you owe me, just so we're clear, okay? This is me sending you $350 and the fucking payment says repay $150 of $350. But you keep pushing those tired fucking receipts, right? Let's talk about it. Here are Kelly's, all of the people that Kelly refunded, okay? Now, I want y'all to pay attention to the subject, okay? This is the GoFundMe money for refund from Kat. Weird. Okay? I want you to know this person, you owe a lot more than that to, okay? You see this? You owe her more money. Check your fucking Venmo and send her the rest of it, okay? Look at the date here. April 29th. The GoFundMe was made when? April 21st. So again, he has one refund, all right? Let's continue. These are all of the people that Kelly paid back, y'all. All of them. She refunded everybody, right? This is 2 refunds, okay? Let's continue. Okay. This is Tracy Lely's receipt that I paid, Kelly. I paid that for you, right? See this? Just backs up my receipt, okay? For first, this is the day I sent her the money. She sent it to her, and you see $350. That corroborates to the money I sent you. I sent you $350, right? I paid that loan back for you. So when are you going to give me the $200 I laid out for you? This receipt has absolutely nothing to do with the GoFundMe. Nothing. This is Kelly being evicted and asking Tracy for money on the back end. Okay? So we got 2 receipts for the GoFundMe refunds, right? She said she refunded everybody. Johnny said she refunded everybody, okay? She loves to get on this app and lie about Tracy, Iowa. This is the 3rd receipt, all right? 3 people. She fucking refunded 3 people. Tracy never lied about being refunded. She just uses it to push a fucking narrative, all right? Here's her record. Now, pay attention to this, Kelly, you dumb fuck. Okay? 123073. Does that look familiar to y'all? Crazy how an attorney, right? An attorney payment would be the same amount as your fucking lawyer. Ain't that crazy? It's crazy to me. Let's continue. Does anybody ever see a fucking receipt do this? Why does everything Kelly posts do this? I want to know. Everything that Kelly posts does this in one way or another. If not, it's a text message that she sent purposely to be screenshot and shown. No receipt is ever going to do this. Ever, y'all. Ever. You don't believe me? Try it. Go screenshot something and see if it does this. Now, so the lawyer money was the same amount, follow me, as the rent payment down to the cents. Huh? May 21st, 2025. Keep that in mind, okay? We like timelines over here, all right? We like timelines, okay? Proof. Find some. Not make some, find some, okay? Now, after we spent damn near all afternoon going through what she was saying, why does this not match? Huh? I have had to take off work as of 14 days today to handle this nonsense with law enforcement and my attorney. She never retained an attorney. Okay. I lost my OnlyFans income as it cannot post on it until this ends. I have to pay my attorney to represent me, as we all know that things like this are not free. But I don't have the money to take it past the first 2. I have filed criminal warrant applications against because I have to hold them responsible both criminally and civilly. Why does this not match? I got it. Thank you. Why does this not match what we just listened to you say in Psycho Bunny's box? Anybody? Does anybody know why it doesn't match? Unfortunately for you, Kelly, what you said in Psycho Bunny's box doesn't matter. What you said on this GoFundMe, that's what matters. All right? When you make a GoFundMe, whatever you put in that description legally, that's where the funds, every fucking penny has to go. So good luck. I don't think that it's going to be, I don't think it's going to work out in your favor, but what do I know? You know what I mean? What do I know? Harassment is a criminal charge, by the way. You wouldn't need an attorney for that. The DA would prosecute it. There's that. Where's this money, Kelly? We got what? 3 refunds that equaled 110, if I remember correctly. Where the fuck is the other $2,000, Kelly? You forget. That's all right. We'll remind you. These are all the people that I can prove, asked for refunds and were denied and blocked. Okay? I thought you refunded everybody. Look at all these people not refunded. I want people to understand I have the proof of these donations. I have the proof of these people going to GoFundMe and asking for their money back. All right? I'm about to end. I'm trying to speed through it. I'll be back tomorrow, though. If I had to guess, it's like 5,000. The GoFundMe was 22, and she got a shit ton of money for the cat fundraisers, and then she took a shit ton of money from people off the back end. Let's continue, shall we? Okay. This is what those people received. All right. When they tried to go to GoFundMe to get their money back, this is what they all were told. Okay. I'm only showing one receipt, but I have posted multiple of them. And you see the name change at the bottom after the warm regards. That's every different person that went to GoFundMe. Unfortunately, since the donation has already been transferred to the beneficiary of the fundraiser, GoFundMe is unable to issue a refund. Please note that you could reach out to the organizer of the fundraiser to request a refund directly by selecting here. And they did. Okay. If you are requesting a refund because you feel your donation has been misused, we encourage you to file a donor claim here. Everybody did. She'll probably never be able to have another GoFundMe because of it too. Was it worth it? I'm just wondering. This is also, hey, wrong Barbie, babe. All right. Do me a favor, wrong Barbie. Screenshot this and play with the contrast so that you could see that it's fake, and you posted it on your page saying that I said those things and I didn't. And instead of just fucking admitting it and taking accountability and move on, you double down. You could do it yourself, right? Aren't you so smart? You should be able to tell the difference between a real screenshot and a fake screenshot. Hey, Kelly, how come this video has audio? Who's surprised? I want to know who's surprised that every other Ring camera video that Kelly sent me has audio. Who's surprised? Huh? Who's surprised at that? I'm just wondering. Is anybody surprised? I'm surprised. I'll admit that I'm surprised. Why is there sounds on this video, Kelly?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Kelly Tucker. I was down there I can tell you exactly what date it was. On 4/10. And I spoke with Miss Clinton, and she told me that if I did not receive a court notice by May the 9th, to give you guys a call.
You are in my stack for, your hearing will be right around June the 20th.
Okay.
Anybody see the track marks on her hands? That's where people's money went, Kelly.
Perfect. All right. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Bye-bye.
So June 20th, baby.
It's great. It's perfect.
Yep. So we don't have too much longer.
No, not at all.
I gotta go in a few minutes and pick up the police report from Saturday.
Yeah.
And then I'll pick up, I guess, last night's police report either tomorrow or Wednesday.
Right.
Probably Wednesday.
I'm gonna go down to I don't know what the fuckery was with the cops the other night.
So why is there audio on this video, but not the man? I want to see it. You should have it, right? You were going to enter it into evidence and say that somebody sent that man to your house. You have to have the audio, correct? So post it. Post it. This is Kelly's first receipt, y'all. When I started pushing and asking for a receipt, this is what she had the fucking audacity, okay, to give somebody. A donor. This is what she had the audacity to give a fucking donor. Somebody that gave her fucking money, okay? Look at the date. 3/23/25. $2,400. Attorney fees, Jay Brimberry, and then she forged this attorney's signature, right? Now, how come it says you have a zero balance there? You know, you're not even good at this, dude. It's embarrassing. Okay? This is Kelly continuing to send people shit in DMs, not knowing who the fuck they are, right? Making it sound like Tracy Iowa said that she didn't get refunded. Tracy never said that, and her name has always been crossed off. Okay? As I said, my attorney was only for the federal case, not the local. That's not what you said, Kelly. That's not what you said. How many different versions of this have we gone to today? I'm just wondering. I know, Tracy. It was never for anything local because I was only trying to get a restraining order, and that happened. However, my attorney was on the phone with me up until we went inside the courthouse, directed me on what to ask, how to respond, etc. That's a fucking lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. I'm telling you, that's a lie. Okay, that's first of all. Secondly, you never got a restraining order. What are you talking about? That's a lie. No contact orders are not restraining orders, okay? Johnny met with my attorney in person in his office and discussed the entire case. You're a liar. He told us not to talk to anyone on this app, period, after I deleted my account. But weird, you were sending a troll account. You were sending a troll account all of this information, okay? You're a liar. Another donor that you sent that bullshit receipt in this fucking shirt to. All of your donors, okay? I kept in contact with one person and that was it. I cannot answer questions about anything involving BL, Shelly, Nicole, or JJ, etc. until the case is resolved. It's never going to be resolved because there's no case. You're a fucking liar. But contact was made by the FBI, and she recently made comments to two ladies that I know of on this app that she intends to make me disappear. The fuck are you talking about? That's number one. Number two, don't lie and include the FBI. Okay. I also have proof of them telling me that. I have proof of everything I said happened, but then sent her the receipt in the shirt. Stop it. Stop it. I have proof of everything that I said happened because it happened. Dylan knows damn well it happened. She wrote a letter to the judge in support of Shelly and BL the day we went to court. No, I did not. I wrote a letter that you fucking lied. That's what that letter was about. I know. I guess you thought that letter was a secret. I didn't defend Liarboss in there. I didn't even defend Fruit Cocktail. I very simply said, I do not believe that these things occurred. Okay. I intend to go live with Elle as soon as she lets me know when, but not to discuss my case because I'm risking losing it over strangers wanting to know my business. You don't have a case, Kelly. You don't have a case. And you continuing to lie and gaslight and make these people believe that you're somewhat of a fucking victim is embarrassing for them. You don't give a shit, though, because you're a selfish bitch. You don't care that you embarrass people and leave them out here dealing with your bullshit. You don't care. The fuck? I will happily send you the screenshots where I refunded the money to who asked. Tracy Iowa was one of them. Tracy Lely received her money back. Villain was paid back half of hers and then blocked me the next day on payment apps. That's a lie. I blocked you on my phone after I sent you the fucking last text I had to send you because you lied to me. I didn't owe you a motherfucking thing after you lied to me and stole from my fucking people and then refused to post receipts. You want to talk about it? Here it is. I'm just going to be honest here because I think I would be wrong if I didn't. I did always say I was against the GoFundMe, but that doesn't matter. I defended you, and I feel like you used my name to lend credibility to your case. I stand on the criminal stuff because I know what I've seen, but the money is something that I cannot look away from, Kelly. If I show proof, everybody has to show proof. When you fundraise publicly, you have to be transparent with the receipts because it's other people's money. It is unfair of you to say things like that to me when I'm the one that's being attacked for actions and look to for answers when the issue isn't even mine. The first report you filed, I told you I would talk to you about it on the back end. I tried to explain to you that every single time you address it, you lessen your chances in court. I understood when I saw you doing so because I felt like your family was being attacked, and I can't police your response to that. I'm pretty strict with the people that I surround myself with because of reasons like this. I expect people that I associate with to hold themselves in the same way I do, and this is a bad look. When they don't, I sever ties. No passes to anybody, no matter what our perceived relationship is. People trust me, to be honest, and I just can't look the other way. I didn't have any clue until recently that you continued making videos regarding the situation, essentially ruining it all. Accountability is important, and now you're gone, so they will just move on to someone else. It won't stop them. I wish you the best, but this is not something I wish to be involved with. Weird. I've been waiting 3 days for you to send me the receipts. You never ignored me any other time. Strange, huh? It shouldn't have been this hard. You said I would have them what, Tuesday? Weird. So again, what? What Villain did to me was messy and messed up. What did I do to you? I asked you for fucking receipts that you couldn't produce because you stole from people. You can't say that though, right? Karma's a bitch just because you can't. Listen, I'm not worried about my karma. You might want to worry about yours though, you know? I wouldn't want to live your karma. Oh, look, these are her ads. I want you to know this is how you get caught every time. Let's talk about this.
Regarding a specific case number, I was wondering if you could tell me if there is an attorney on record.
What's the case number?
It is 2025-158. P is in Paul, W is in whiskey.
Oh, did you see that text come across the top? Psycho Bunny. I told her you'd never hired an attorney, and she said, what the actual fuck? Let's continue.
Oh,
No.
there is not on either side for either party.
No.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Bye-bye.
Have a good day.
So where did the GoFundMe money go? Huh? Where did it go, Kelly?
Villain text yesterday being disrespectful as fuck to me because she doesn't.
All I did was ask for fucking receipts. That's it. But I bet you didn't know the person you're talking to right here has known me for 6 fucking years. You didn't know that though, huh?
To understand that my attorney is a trial attorney, and I can't just call and say, hey, I don't give a fuck if you're out of state with a client on trial or not.
You're a liar. That lawyer was never out of state on a trial, and he has a very big office staff. There is no way you cannot get the fucking receipt for the money that you sent. It is impossible. It is impossible.
Not, I need you to come to your office right now to give me a receipt on your letterhead. So yeah, I guess she thinks that my life is just TikTok entertainment. She was informed weeks ago that I was instructed by law enforcement that I cannot speak on anything going on.
You never shut the fuck up. You never stopped talking, Kelly. What are you talking about? All I did was ask for your receipts for the publicly raised money that you were sent. That's it. That's all you had to do. My supporters that you stole from. The audacity of me.
Either directly or indirectly. Yet Villain, I guess, continues to fucking speak on it. So I literally just got off the phone with law enforcement, to which I was told that
This is the day after I did my live about her, y'all. Remember that. I did that live when I told you all weekend, send me the receipts. Send me the receipts and I'll handle it. Once I knew that you fucking stole that money, I have a fucking duty to do what I did.
I'm the one telling Villain to harass these women, even though I've not.
Also, I want you to know I spoke to that officer. After I did that live, Kelly and Johnny called me and told me that Nicole and Liarboss called the police to tell them that I was being used to attack them for Kelly. That never happens either. Doesn't come back on it for you, Kelly. You lied.
Not told Villain anything. I didn't even ask Villain to get involved in this.
This is, mind you, this is the day after I did my live, okay? And I said all of it was wrong. She took the money. That's what she's talking about here, okay?
But yeah, no, I told Villain yesterday, I'm not here to appease TikTok. I'm not here to appease you.
You took their money. When you take their money, you have to appease them with receipts. What the fuck are you talking about?
YouTube. This is my real life. I want my life back. She was told, I don't mind providing a receipt for the GoFundMe money.
Right.
But it can't be on her fucking time.
You waited days and you never answered me, Kelly. What are you talking about? But this is real different from what you say now, huh?
It doesn't work that way.
It does work that way. You're wrong. You are a fucking felon that has been convicted of stealing from people on probation, and you stole from people on the internet. It shouldn't be difficult to get the fucking receipt. As a matter of fact, the receipt should have been posted the second that you withdrew all the funds and shut the GoFundMe down. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Exactly.
She didn't like that answer. So I don't know what to tell her. I blocked her. I'm done with it.
Wrong. I blocked her after I sent that last message. Okay. that I blocked you because you couldn't provide receipts and I was the one left dealing with your fucking mess. You never shut the fuck up. The entire time you had an open case. Why the fuck would Liarboss or Nicole call the police to tell the police that you were using me when it was you that was the topic of my conversation that night? Huh? What? You didn't think that went through, or were you too high?
Again, just literally got off the phone with law enforcement not even 10 minutes ago, to which I was told that thanks to Villain, I'm about to catch a harassment charge because Anna.
Bitch, don't you fucking put that shit on me. That ain't, no. You would have gotten a harassment charge because you never shut the fuck up about anybody ever in that motherfucking life. How the fuck do you have so much time with so much dick down your fucking throat to run your mouth and lie? Honestly.
Nicole and all of them are calling down here to the police department saying that Villain stated that she was instructed to hold a live because I told her to.
Prove it. I want you to prove it. I want you to prove it. I don't know if you know this, but your word isn't good for much, you know? Prove it. Prove it. Why would Nicole or Liarboss have even said that? It was you that I was fucking addressing. It was your bullshit that I was addressing. What the fuck did they have to do with anything?
I've been asking Villain for weeks not to speak on it.
You're a motherfucking liar. You're a motherfucking liar. And anybody else that spoke to you back then knows damn well that that's a lie because you constantly dropped shit in my email. And I was the fucking one that was telling you, shut the fuck up. What are you talking about?
Because again, I just want it to fucking stop. This is not entertainment to me. This is my life. Like, me and Johnny can't even have a normal fucking day together because of fucking TikTok.
That's a you problem. Why is that anybody else's problem? What?
Like, I'm over it. I don't have TikTok. I don't have
It doesn't fucking matter what you're over when you took other people's fucking money. I don't understand why you have difficulty understanding that.
YouTube. Law enforcement told me to delete everything, not deactivate, fucking delete.
Well, why didn't you do that when you first filed the case when I told you to do that? No, you stayed on these fucking apps for another 7 months, making 7 fucking videos a day about the very people that you were trying to drag in front of a judge.
So that way, Nicole
What?
and fucking Anna can't claim
Why?
that I'm fucking making videos and doing this and
I guarantee that both of those people would say that you never shut the fuck up. What are you talking about?
doing that, which I have not done in well over a month. I've not spoken on it. Don't fucking plan on speaking on it. But
So
just like I told
embarrassing.
Johnny, we'll just pay everybody back that donated.
When are you going to do that? This was June of 2025. When are you going to pay everybody back?
In the GoFundMe, because I'm tired of fucking hearing about it.
Good.
So I'm going to go talk to my boss today and see if I can just get a loan, and whoever donated.
Was that done? When are you going to do that? I'm just wondering. We're still waiting for refunds, Kelly. This was June of 2025. Why isn't it done yet? Huh? Why haven't you done it yet? Another victim, okay? Until my attorney returns from trial, this is all I have, which is not to be shared with anybody. This is the handwritten receipt, okay, that she shared, okay, right, Kelly? Now, what she doesn't know, her attorney was not out of town on a fucking trial either, all right? That was also a lie. I called his office that week to report that fucking bullshit receipt. And I said, hey, is he out of town on a trial? And they said, no. So again, you lied. So you said you were going to refund people. In this very live, I proved you only refunded 3 people. So when are you going to do the refunds? I'm just wondering. Right? Okay. So I got through June today. Tomorrow, I don't know when. I'm off tomorrow. Apparently. So we'll pick up from June with Liarboss and her court date. Yeah, we'll start there, right? And then we'll go from there. But don't fucking get on this app, Kelly. I don't care who you lie about. Anna, I don't care if you think you're going to lie about Kelly. Both of y'all are fucking trash. Both of y'all have lied your entire lives. Neither one of y'all should be pointing the finger at the other one because you're both shit. Okay? But Liarboss didn't fucking make a GoFundMe for a case that she never shut the fuck up about, has told multiple different versions of, and then hops on this motherfucker and says she refunded everybody too. You did. Liarboss didn't steal from my people. You did. So until you're going to fucking straighten out and be honest about that, I'm going to do this whenever the fuck I feel like it. Okay? You're a piece of shit for posting that girl's conversation. It served you no purpose. But what if somebody reached out to your son, Kelly? What then? Huh? Do you think that he would have good things to say about you? Because now Liarboss is well within her right to do that. What then? No, it's posted. Huh? What then? You cry? Huh? Fucking wild. All right, y'all. Don't be a piece of shit today. I will see y'all tomorrow. Once I know what time, I will let you know. I'll post about it. But no, Kelly, we're not rewriting history. I do have some things that I need to arrange, but I'll work on it tonight. All right. I appreciate y'all. Don't be a piece of shit today. Kelly, unless you're posting receipts, nobody gives a fuck what you have to say. But, I mean, hopefully your third receipt is better than your first and your second attempt, maybe legit. Anyway, it's disgusting, Cindy. It's gross. All right, y'all. Have a good day. Oh, I love Ernie.